Before we go anywhere, guys, Crisello, Tony Gwynn Jr., Matt Skraby, we have so many things to talk about that have happened over the last 2 weeks, and a lot of the news today in the National Football League with 4 coaches being fired, but not the one that should have been fired yet. We'll get into all of that. How about our brand new Bill Howe Studios, guys?
How about it?
We know how. We thank Bill Howe for being part of this, and this is now the Bill Howe Studios. And I don't know whether they knew this when they signed up for it, Tony, but it really does look like a brand new studio. This thing has been white tornadoed. There is not a speck of dirt anywhere in this place right now.
It's very clean. Very spick
I watched
and
that
span.
movie over the break, White Tornado.
You've never heard that term, evidently.
I guess not.
I've never heard of it either.
As is usual when I bring up terms for you guys. It was like an old cleaning product, and I don't know. They used to go on TV and say,
So it's like OxyClean.
yeah, it was clean like a white. It was just spick and span. This whole thing is just totally, it's almost sterile in here. We need to like liven it up a little bit. They took all of our, when they cleaned up, they cleaned up.
They got rid of everything.
Every bobblehead doll has been removed. Every poster has come down from the wall.
Is that a new schedule or an old schedule right
I
there?
don't know.
That
What's
is the
that?
upcoming schedule.
That's the upcoming
But that's
schedule.
been there for a while.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, this
Just
place
asking.
is sparkling new. So we welcome you to the Bill Howe Studios. We know how, and Gwynn and Chris, so happy to have you with us here. A lot going on, of course, over the break, and we'll get into all of it. College football playoff has pared down to the Final Four. We'll talk a little bit about that, of course. The NFL playoffs are set. Get into that, I think, quite extensively today. I know we have a good, bad, and ugly for you a little bit later in the show to wrap up the final regular season week of the year. But I thought I'd start with this, guys. Do you know what happens in 36 short days from now?
Spring training.
Pitchers and catchers report.
I was going to say the Winter Olympics.
No, okay,
no.
I'm not going to start with the Winter Olympics. 36 days. The season is almost upon us, Tony. It's I think, like I said, Xander Bogaerts, was screaming at that umpire yesterday, and now here we go with another season. Just about.
It goes by extremely
Doesn't
fast.
it? Man.
I was actually just talking scheduling today.
Yeah, I bet
today.
you were getting ready.
And, it's happening fast. Next week or next month.
February, I think 13th. 11th, yes.
11th is pitchers and catchers.
Pitchers and catchers. It's 36 days from right now.
Yes.
It's
first
5
game,
weeks plus
I believe,
1 day.
I think first game is, I believe, the 17th.
Man.
Somewhere around there. And so
yeah. The off season gets shorter and shorter and shorter. But if you were, off doing other things for the last 2 weeks, vacationing, hopefully, and getting some time off work, I think it's fair to say the Padres were probably doing pretty much the same thing, Tony. A couple of little minor signings here and there, but I think everything is pretty much where we left it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they did.
As far as the Padres are concerned.
Yeah, they did their big splash was Michael King and
the
Sung.
Korean player.
Yeah, Sung. And so, we'll see if there's another move on the horizon and how that rolls. Still,
Skraby has some thoughts on first base.
Does he really?
Yeah, he thinks that they're going to go and bring Luis Ariz.
I wanted to talk to you guys about this
because
there was an article I read over the break that was, what is Luis Ariz's market? There's been no news about Luis Ariz's market, and they're expecting. I think it was MLB Trade Rumors predicted he makes 2 years, $24 million. I say you bring him back to play first base and hit 6th or 7th in the lineup.
He has to sign on his contract that he bats no higher than 7th.
I don't think you could go to another year.
What if he's hitting 344?
And you know
like
what
he's capable of doing?
You know what the strange part is that he led the National League, I believe, in hits with 181. He hit 292 when it all is said and done. But I just don't understand why his production didn't work last year.
He wasn't as productive as he was the year before. And,
But a lot of guys weren't as productive last year, not on the Padres, but on other teams.
I 100% agree with you, Chris. Ultimately, you may even be able to get him for less than that.
Maybe.
And so it becomes a bargain deal at that point. We'll see how that ends up.
I mean, look, if
kinda
you bring Luis
unfolding.
Arise back, and if that's what ends up happening, at least I don't have to compare whether he or Ryan O'Hearn should be playing, because Ryan O'Hearn is not going to be back. He took the bag.
You just felt
as
like
it were,
I
and
just
went
felt
to
like I saw that
Pittsburgh,
one
so.
coming because, when Ryan seems like the type of guy that would be open to a challenge of, taking
And also
taking a Pittsburgh Pirate team where they're trying to go, but also probably being paid top dollar.
right. Well, he's a big dog in a small market as opposed to a small part of a bigger thing.
It just made sense to me for
So.
him to end up at that spot.
Yeah.
At that point spot, that point range too.
Well, it's going to be
dollar range.
5 more weeks, and we'll start falling in love with the who were some of the outfielders that we all thought were just going to carry us to the World Series last year. Remember last spring training? Who were the Tirso Ornelas,
Forrest Wall.
I'm not knocking these guys.
No.
Every year these guys come out of the woodwork.
We didn't know who was going to play
And-
left field until like opening day.
Right. And there's always people that catch our attention during spring training, and every now and again one of them pans out, but I don't think we had that really happen last year, Tony. We thought it might when a couple of what was the right-handed hitter from the Guardians who was I have to look back at isn't it funny how quickly we forget, right?
Wait, who are you? You're talking about the Guardians leadoff hitter?
No.
Quan?
We had an outfielder last year in spring training who did some big things. He had previously been in the playoffs and won
Gonzalez,
wasn't it?
Oscar Gonzalez.
Oscar
Yeah,
Gonzalez,
yeah,
I mean, we
yeah,
thought this guy might be the answer in left field. We thought Tirso would be the answer in left field. I tell you one thing we didn't think last spring.
Gavin Sheets.
We didn't think Gavin Sheets would be the answer in
No, we
left
didn't.
field, and it turned out he was the answer.
For
So
sure.
you never know, but it'll be fun to play all those games again and get into spring training. 36 days away from pitchers and catchers reporting. Yes, sir.
We're going into
We
a
have a
World
hand
Baseball-
up over here.
We're going into a World Baseball Classic year. Do we think, because the last time we did this, we were worried about some of the players not being ready for the season or being burnt out by the end of the season, Darvish, all that stuff. Are you guys having those same worries this time around?
I don't think it really mattered last time, did it? I mean, we could blame it.
I don't know that it matters if we have worries, because ultimately
They're playing.
They're gonna play. They're gonna play.
Oh, I know.
And very-
And they're not it's not the Padres against Cuba.
Right.
It's everybody.
So
So
there's a
every
bunch of
team is
teams
giving up players.
for sure.
The best players are all going to be in this thing, or most of them. So I don't, I think it's I think it's a non-starter.
Brandon says the last World Baseball Classic was the 2023 failure.
It was.
Was that the one where Shohei struck out
Mike
Trout at
yeah.
the end?
It was.
And so that was the failure that we didn't win it, or a failure that what?
When
that
we go
Manny
into
and-
world competitions, Chris, I expect the Americans to win.
No, I think he's saying it's a failure for the Padres season that year.
That's
Remember,
what I think. Yeah,
That's what he's
2023 did not
talking
go our way.
I thought he was talking about
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
result.
no, he was talking
Yes.
about the result of the Padres season
That's what I think too.
being
yeah.
Gotcha.
being a failure. That was
Yeah.
that was the
Okay.
first full season of you guys' favorite player. Or
Thank
I
you,
should say,
Brandon.
excuse me, sarcastically.
The only full
Sarcastically.
season of my favorite player,
Yeah.
Juan Soto.
Uh-huh.
Just like, and guess what? Juan Soto finished that season the way he finished this recent one,
Out of the playoffs.
out of the playoffs. Yes.
I was talking to my Reds. I was talking to my Reds friends, and they were
You
just
want him to get to the playoffs. He's really good in the playoffs.
He certainly
He's
is.
really
I
good.
can't
Dynamic.
doubt that.
I don't want him to go into the playoffs because he plays in the National League, so that means he would have to face the Padres at some point. My Reds friends were saying that they're done with the Reds already. I'm like why? Oh,
Why are they done with the Reds?
because of the Dodgers taking everyone, the Mets
Oh.
taking everyone, the Blue Jays now
Oh,
taking
so now
everyone.
it's everybody's taking everybody. It's
It
not
is.
just the Dodgers
It is.
anymore. It's everybody's now in on it.
And I think that's a fair point on their part
I don't think
because
it is anymore.
It's a fair
I mean,
point.
this is exactly what happens every year, and the Mets didn't make the playoffs,
right.
and the Dodgers barely got in the playoffs and barely won the World Series.
I think when we look at let's look at the NFL.
It's fair
This
if
year,
they-
the NFL it has a lot of new teams in the playoffs, teams that we did not expect to not make
That's
the playoffs.
every year in Major League
Chiefs,
Baseball.
Ravens, but you have the same outside of the Chiefs. You have the same team there every single time.
I don't know
in
that
baseball.
that's true.
That's not
Seattle
true.
was in the West instead of Houston. Cleveland and Detroit were there instead of Minnesota. Boston got in instead of Tampa Bay.
Yes, Tampa's usually in that
Cincinnati
bad
was in.
I know Cincinnati was
Okay,
in.
So
well,
they're
all
definitely
right.
not
So
in
They
there.
got crushed in the wild card.
I don't know that it's 100% true. I know what you're saying. The NFL does seem more wide open, but is that always better?
I
mean,
think so.
is it always better
I
to
don't
just
think so.
have a wide open field, or is it better to have a team that you either love or hate that you're trying to topple?
It is.
I don't know that that's a bad
I don't know if you should
strategy.
even look at it from that lens. It's the same thing as it is in football as it is in baseball. The organizations that are run well typically are the same organizations that are getting to the postseason and being able to kind of
They can make more mistakes, and that is the argument, and that's a fair
the top
one.
tier can make
but-
more mistakes. For
But
sure.
you're right. There were look. Miami had a better record than the Atlanta Braves last year. I think a lot of people had the Braves going to the World Series.
Facts.
Crazy things do happen in baseball. We just don't want to notice it now because the Dodgers have won 2 in a row. But the Dodgers had 93 wins last year.
You know, I mean,
That was-
you know how much of the under
That
they
wasn't
hit right
very
there?
good.
Or
Yeah.
at least 10 under.
That really wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But that's some of the that's how
We'll
some of the
have
fans
this- hey, look, we're
out
gonna have
there
the
feel
same-
like.
we're going to have the same discussions throughout the spring training this year. You're right, because the Dodgers already bought a lot of guys, but there's a lot more players
I
still
want to
available.
play for you
and-
guys, Trevor May. He has a kind of one of the former pitcher has a good kind of take on this whole thing that's could possibly pop off in 2026. We'll
All right, we'll take our first break, but as we go, quick update on all the NFL coaches who we can say goodbye to. Raheem Morris in Atlanta. Stefan, was it? I don't even know his name.
Stefanski.
What's his first name?
Kevin?
Kevin. Yeah,
yes.
I couldn't even never don't recall it. Stefanski's
He's
out
been
of there
there
in
for 6
Cleveland.
years.
I never learned his
Yo,
first name.
when was
Sorry.
he 2-time coach of the year?
Like
Two times?
Yes,
Two
yes,
times?
Bro, I
yes.
heard that yesterday. I was like,
How did
where
that
was I
happen?
at?
He also
When was that?
greenlit Baker Mayfield going elsewhere.
Where was that? When
He
was that?
I think it was the Baker Mayfield playoff year that they were really good, and then there was another year recently that he won it.
Well, Jonathan Gannon is out with Arizona, and Pete Carroll had a
One and
short
done,
stay
huh?
with the Raiders. Unfortunately, nowhere do I see yet that Mike McDaniel has been let go in Miami, but, we can dream.
It's not happening, that's why.
All right, Gwynn and Chris is underway. NFL, the playoffs are set.
Can't wait
College
to talk some
football, the
NFL.
semis are set. We'll go in all kinds of fun directions as we get started. Welcome back.
Tony Gwynn Jr. here for SDCCU. Take advantage.
You know what January 5th is, Skraby? Tony Gwynn Jr. is gone to grab something, so he'll be back here in a second. While we're waiting for him to return, today, this year it's January 5th. It's not always January 5th. But today is the day where gyms, workout places, fitness places, by far the most crowded and attended day of the year.
I could see that.
Is today.
The Monday after
the new year. Everybody's going to be healthy today. And what it is the people who go to the gym every day, normally go to the gym, they hate today.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's, you know what it's like? It's a little like Tony's dad hating opening day in baseball, where you don't really have the baseball fans. You have everybody else. This is the same idea. Today is gym day. So, do with that what you will. And if you are somebody that is just starting out and you made the journey today to the gym, how about good luck on you keeping it up, right? Instead of just going today and then drifting off into the. I also think nothing really.
It's the most crowded gym day.
We're talking
of the year.
about today being the most crowded attended gym day of the year.
Hold on, Tony just put on his
meta
glasses.
This is all right. So this is why I've been killing time, because Tony's been off getting this. I want to look it on the stream here. All right, Tony's wearing glasses. Do you want to tell us what
he looks like he just became smarter.
That was an easy line that I'm not going to say, but wasn't that hard to do. All right, I said it. Tell us about those glasses, or do you want to? Maybe you want to keep it secretive.
Nah, I mean, it's no secret. These were a Christmas gift from my wife. These are the kinds of things that the Gwynns of the world get each other for Christmas, by the way. Meta glasses right here. I'm recording this whole thing right now.
Really?
Yes.
Where does it go?
It goes to my phone.
Okay, so it records to your phone.
Yeah.
And it records audio. Where's the camera? Is it where the light is?
Corners, right on.
There's two.
Boom.
Wait, it looks like they're blinking, the lights.
Well, that's telling us it's recording, right?
Oh, yeah. Exactly. So wait, but that's no good.
What do you mean that's no good?
Because the person you're recording, if you were doing it secretly, they would notice that flashing.
In California, you can't really do that.
You can't do that in
secretly.
most states.
So
that's why it has
to flash so that the people know they're being recorded?
Now, do you see anything? Do you have a heads-up display in your
my
glasses?
eyes? No.
Okay,
so it'll feed right to my phone once it will download from my phone from my
Okay, so other than this being really cool item, how do you see using this?
I mean, if I didn't have your big light, beautiful light in front of you, it'd be a great way to have some inside, when we go off air. You know what I'm saying? I can boop, boop.
Yeah, I like it.
Move this light, Skraby.
I've actually already got an idea for you, Tony. When the Padres season starts, put on your glasses, go through, say hi to guys as you're going through. Just make sure that they know you're on camera.
They're all kind of weird. Seems kind of weird. That's how you get
Yeah, the blinking white light in the top corner.
Really that's a good thing. That tells them that they're on camera.
Yeah, to me, it defeats a lot of the purpose.
Yeah, I think that's when the cameras are in there, baby. When the other cameras are in there, and they're
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying go secretly record these guys.
I mean, you didn't really clarify.
Don't become
I'm in there a lot of times when the cameras aren't in there.
Don't become the next Puka Nakua.
Seriously,
we don't want that.
Ooh, can you live stream from your glasses?
I don't know that I can. I don't think you can live stream. It's only like 3-minute clips at a time.
I mean, it's better than my glasses do.
Yeah, it is. But
do you feel good with them?
I feel sophisticated. I really do.
They're Ray-Bans, Chris. Remember we were asking?
They absolutely look sharp.
Thank you.
I mean, the glasses themselves are not bulky or, anything that would, give you away. Than the fact that you have a white blinking light in the corner of your glasses.
Has his backpack where he carries everywhere, where the computer is for his glasses.
Yeah, man. Nonetheless,
Tony's got all of
one of my favorites.
I love the fact that you come around with all the latest gadgets.
You know who was a big gadget guy?
No.
Senior was a big gadget guy. Oh, love gadgets. Love the new technology coming out.
Like, what was one of the things that he got?
Mini disc. You remember when he was like one of the first with the mini disc and the mini disc player. and then that didn't really
And then
take hold.
DVD took over.
DVD
And you
took
guys
over.
know that I would be the opposite of the
Gadget
first
guy,
person to have the gadget. I'm
the last.
the last.
Yeah. Ooh.
It takes forever to convince me to get
Sorry.
something, even though everyone has one.
Did it tell you something?
It stopped recording. It hit that. It hit
That
a
was it.
time limit.
So how do you know that?
It just went boo and then
Oh, so you could hear
Oh
it.
yeah, that plays music. This glasses
Oh.
play music. I can answer my phone on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. This is crazy.
I can look at some. I can look at some. I don't know, like a flower that I don't know what the name of it, and I can ask Meta to tell me what the flowers
and it will
are.
tell you on your phone.
While you're
Yeah.
looking at it, it'll tell you what it is.
It'll tell it to me in my ear what it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You're gonna have to stop.
These
looking
glasses
up
here
things.
do absolutely nothing. I don't even think these glasses help me see better. I think these have a lot of work to do.
Dominic says if Tony would have had those on when he fell asleep during the show, problem solved. We would have seen the ceiling of the hotel room.
We would have known where he was.
100%.
Man, they're
Instead
never
of us
going to
worried
forget
about
that
his
one.
life.
They're never going to forget
That would have been
one.
great
We would've
content
heard.
for me to fall asleep with them on,
Just
looking
snoring.
at the ceiling.
Yeah.
An all-time moment in Gwynn and Chris history. When
Wait,
Tony did not
remind me
return
exactly how that
You were
went
in a
down.
hotel room, and we returned from break, and you were not on camera, and we weren't. It wasn't a big deal for the first minute or two, but after like 20 minutes, we thought something happened to you,
Yes, we did.
and people around the city were concerned for your welfare.
Yeah, and then he finally showed up, and he goes, "I just was taking a nap."
I couldn't even lie.
We
to
were
you
like,
guys.
he got locked out of his
I
room.
couldn't
He's at
even-
the front desk
Well,
right now.
we believe that the front desk thing that you got locked out of your room, you went to get ice, came back, they're locked out.
We had an
But
elaborate story.
We were then beyond that because the time for
It's
that
taken
had
too
even
long.
passed.
Right.
So that's when we started getting really worried that something happened. And we were very close to calling Dave Marcus or Jesse or both
Yeah.
to go down to your room and knock on the door to see that everything was okay.
That is,
That is what
I
happened.
completely understand.
One of our great
that happened.
YouTubers.
That happened to Jesse one of the trips. Like he didn't get down to the bus, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
oh dang,
That
what's
is
going
weird.
on? He just had overslept, and he didn't wake. I was like, yo, dog, I'm not gonna lie, that was
You better get
that was a
down
little
here.
scary.
One
Yeah,
of the
that makes you
great
nervous.
YouTube watchers that we have, Jocelyn, was very concerned for you, Tony, and almost started calling hotels in New York City trying to figure
I
out.
appreciate that, Jocelyn.
Right, we didn't know what hotel he was at, right?
No,
we
no.
just knew that your camera
He was
was
looking
shooting
at
that for like a long
What
time.
was it? It was about 45
It
minutes.
was
was
a
a
whole
long
segment.
time.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
end of the segment, we're like, all right, this is
Right,
getting
right. We
weird.
came back from the break and we're like, all right, now we're worried. Yeah. Because we could picture
That was at the
you.
end of the season, wasn't it?
It was,
Pretty
you were in
close
New
to the
York.
end of the
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
So this
yeah.
thing
I
was
was-
early September.
That was early. I was
Because I could easily picture.
I was running on
Yeah.
fumes at that
I
point.
can tell you if I it ever happens to me, it will be because I go out and get ice. I'm a little ice crazy on road trips.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
always
that I
have
could.
to have a full ice bucket, and I can see me locking myself out of the room. That would happen, but
Cole says because I have a commercial break of you falling asleep, and so it like goes through it in 5 minutes. Chris says multiple times, "I hope he didn't meet with foul play."
did I say that?
Yes.
All right. Well, what should I say?
Hey.
I hope he didn't get killed. I didn't think that would
Foul
have been nice
play
to
was
say.
it was like very clue murder mystery.
I think that probably if I was gone that long, I could see why that could have crossed somebody's mind. Though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of weird. All right, let's get to break. Where we going from here?
Well, we should talk about what you were talking about with May first name. I can't remember his first name. Okay, we'll talk about it in the break.
know what you're talking
Also,
about.
we have a ton to catch up on.
Well, the NFL playoffs.
I definitely
want
to talk to you about your 49ers.
Yeah, we got to find out.
because I must tell everybody you came in.
Didn't he?
Why-
As always.
Right? Yeah, you came in with that kind
Came
of
in
energy.
hot Saturday. He was ready to be at home
God.
for the whole playoffs
Guys, we
and the
gotta go to break.
Super
We gotta go to
Bowl.
break, guys. We gotta go to
And I
break.
was like, oh,
All right,
okay,
we'll go to break.
here
We're
we
going to talk
go.
about this on the other side. We're going to Chris.
Gwynn and Chris on
There's
Tony, you
much
care
more.
to?
Tony, I don't know where
does
Tony
Tony-
went.
Because Tony,
I see the
normally-
corner of his room.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be back shortly. Harbaugh.
I'm not sure where he went. I might text him to see if he's okay here in a second.
Hope he didn't. Yeah.
Did you think he fell in the shower? Or
Well, I hope he
something?
didn't meet with foul play.
You think he met with foul play in our commercial break?
I don't know.
I mean, he is in New York City. So.
He's in New York City. It could be. You never know.
All right, we'll just go forward.
We're just going to go forward without Tony. I'm sure he'll rejoin us when he gets a moment.
Everybody stare at that box in the top right corner because it's just the corner of his room.
I'm going to look now. I'm kind of intrigued.
Oh, someone says maybe he's in the bathroom. I don't know.
He's been known to go there, as have all of us, frankly, but him more than most.
Over under, Tony just forgot that he was doing the show.
That's not nice. Yeah, so maybe that's what they're thinking.
You know what just hit me, Chris?
No.
What if Tony went out to get like ice or something and he forgot his room key?
That is something
Very
that
well
he
possible.
is more than capable of doing.
Because he would never be gone this late, this long, with knowing that he was on the show.
No kidding, man. We took a commercial break like 5 minutes ago, and he has not returned.
I'm going to text him.
Like, are you out in the hall trying to get into your room
Say,
right now?
Everything okay?
Oh, no. This
Question
is
mark.
scaring me. No. Did you hear back from Tony yet?
No, I'm thinking
Something.
he locked himself out. He doesn't have his phone because it's in the room, so he's down at the front desk or something. I
don't know. I'm sure there's a story in here somewhere.
There's
when we get
definitely
him
got to
back on
be
the
a
air.
story. Anyway. I was very concerned about Tony, and I took him off the screen because he's not back. I guarantee you he got locked out of his room.
I don't think you're wrong, because that makes sense. But how far away is the lobby? Of course, the New York hotel, it could be one of those ones where you got to wait a while to get up to the...
And he's just sitting in line. I don't know why I find this so funny, but it is.
Well, it's funny
to me.
it's funny if he comes back with a funny story.
Yeah, like
It's
I locked
not
myself
funny.
out.
It's not funny if he fell and hit his head somewhere
Well,
and we don't know where he is.
Of course,
That's not funny.
Of course, that's not funny.
He's obviously not with his phone because he hasn't gotten back to us.
Has Tony locked himself out before? Not during the show, but I'm sure he has at one point in his life.
Of all people, Tony would certainly seem to be one who would do it.
Oh, August also says, Clinton said, got to use the key card for the elevator too. So maybe he's just stuck.
Can't even get down? No, you don't need the key card to go down.
Okay.
You only need those to go up. You should be able to get down to the lobby to say, hey, I locked myself out. In New York City. But if we do, can you go to the Padre Hotel and knock on Tony's door? We don't know where he is still.
No.
Still hasn't come back.
And I turned on
It's been 20 minutes now.
I know. Now I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah. Where'd he go?
What
happened?
I don't know. I would call the front desk of the hotel, but I have no idea where they're staying.
I don't know where they're staying either. And when you sent him a text and said, is everything all right? We have not heard back from him. He is still not back in his room.
I bet you he is standing in line in the lobby as we speak.
Trying to get his key back.
Someone said text Jesse or Dave. And
it's really not a bad idea. Maybe at the next break, though.
Yes.
If we get to the next break, we got to text those guys so that they can go make sure he's okay. Because I don't know where he is. It's crazy.
Dave Marcus is probably the one to text.
We'll text Dave.
Because he's, Jesse could be doing anything, but Dave's always there ready to go.
You're trying to say Dave has a ho-hum life and he'd just be sitting around waiting for a text, whereas Jesse might be busy? Is that what you're...
Dave's been doing this job for like 30 years. I don't think what is the word I'm looking for? Never mind.
All right. Well, there's certainly an explanation, but we don't have it yet.
Text Scan. I don't know Scan well enough to text him.
We're going to text Dave if this gets to the top of the hour, and we still don't have a Tony Gwynn Jr. sighting. All right, do we just go to traffic like it's normal behavior time? I mean, it just seems weird.
We got to move on with the show.
Show must go on?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we're going to do the good, the bad, and the really, really weird and ugly next here after traffic. It's with less enthusiasm than usual that we embark on the good, the bad, and the ugly for week 2, Skrabe.
I'm going to try not to worry too much.
I'm going to try not to worry also. I'm not necessarily the worrying type.
I'm not either.
But, I'm intrigued now at this point. Like it's with this long pass to Devontae Smith.
He's back!
Helped put him there.
Hold on. He's back, everybody.
Stop everything.
Comes away. I literally, we went to commercial break. I laid on the bed, and then I just fell asleep.
He fell! I never even considered it!
The Bill House Studios. We know how. Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan. 2:34 is the time. Remember to listen about 4:20 this afternoon. We are still announcing today's biggest fan.
Yes,
right.
indeed.
Chance to qualify for the night in the Odyssey Suite at a future Padres game with all of us and the fan staff. It'll be catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Register your name if you haven't already. 973thefansd.com/biggest fan in order to potentially have your name called. So make sure you're listening today about 4:20. We'll call another winner in the qualification for that great prize. All right, Week 18 NFL is in the books. We're going to get into some of that in a minute. I'm actually going to read to everybody the text exchange between me and Skraby before the 49er Seahawk
Wait,
game
this
on
is just
Saturday.
you two?
No.
I think you were in there too.
Yeah.
You were in there too. But I just want everybody to understand what we deal with and why. Like, even though I'm not a Seahawk fan,
Why
I
you
texted
became
my
one.
buddy Ben Pearson, who's from Seattle, and I said, please win this game tonight. And he sent me, a celebration at the end of the game when they did win. But we'll get into all of that in a moment. But Tony wants to wrap up something we were talking about in the first half hour, having to do with baseball and the salaries and all of that and being out of whack, Tony. So go to you here.
2026 into this upcoming season. There's a lot of talk of a possible strike, possible lockout. I don't know that we've heard the players going on strike, but we certainly have heard that players would be locked out after the 2026 season. That being said, there's a lot of reasons why we're hearing this, right? The salary cap is another thing that's been a hot button topic. And Trevor May, former pitcher in Major League Baseball, he does a great job kind of on foul territory, kind of dived into this particular subject, kind of explaining his opinion on why he thinks the owners want a salary cap. It's about 2 minutes long. So I don't know if we're going to play all of it, but just take a listen.
This is the big difference between Major League Baseball and the other sports. Football and basketball can very accurately predict how much money they're going to need to spend the next year because of the cap system. What that allows them to do is go to financial institutions and other billionaires and banks and say, this is how much money this business is making. Give me a nice franchise valuation. That valuation keeps going up. They can then borrow money on that valuation. This magical thing that this is how much this thing's worth. They borrow money and then they put it in their other projects and make more money. Jerry Jones. Major League Baseball looks at that and says, I want that. I want to be able to leverage my baseball team franchise value. But because they can't predict now their revenue from regional TV because it's uncertain, and player salaries, how much they're going to have to spend, now they can't predict revenues or expenses, when before they could only not predict expenses. So this whole thing is going to be a move to make it easier for them to raise their franchise values. That is actually what they want long term.
So that kind of explains part of the process, a part of the reasoning why owners would want a salary cap. I think they'll also make the argument that it'll make things fair across the board.
Sure, they will. And the players are going to say, you can come up with every reason known to man.
Here's the interesting thing about the players. I think in the past that was a certainty. And I think by the larger scale players, that is probably still true.
Okay.
But what we are seeing from a player standpoint is that the top 2% are the ones that are making substantial
Noise.
money,
Okay.
whereas maybe the middle class is not really
Right.
expanding. And so when you have the majority of your league as the middle class, that
You think that the middle class might challenge some of the upper tier guys?
I'm just saying that I don't know that it's as simple as no matter what. I think there could be some dudes who are at least willing to listen
Okay.
on that side.
Well, I think every fan would vote for the salary cap, wouldn't they? Like we talk here on the show often about, why should the owners have all this money? They have it all. The players should be able to make what they can make. But wouldn't every fan sign up for a salary cap except maybe Dodger fans?
I don't know. I don't know that fans really understand it enough to want to put a vote in.
But don't the fans think in general without knowing for sure, but don't they think because there's a salary cap in football, that's why it's more even?
I think certainly Padre fans think
right.
that.
Yeah, right.
I think
so
that's
we
where
all
it
think
starts.
That's the case.
Yeah.
So all it's going to take is just a salary cap, and hey, everybody will be in the running.
But
you and I know better because it's still going to come down to how you put your organization together.
Here's the other thing I've noticed, just on a larger scale, businesses in general. It seems like because the news cycle is so fast, that some businesses have made the calculation that will weather the storm and the news cycle will change. And I say all that to say that when in the past, when there's been a strike or there's been a lockout, both sides will use that news cycle as the pressure point to get one side to move, whether you try to get the court of public opinion to believe the players or whether it's the other way around. I don't know that strategy is going to work as well as it may have worked in the past in today's day and age.
Well, Tony Gwynn Jr., we can all hope that we just very simply that we don't have a lockout / strike.
Yeah, no, I think there's still the point that everything is being made at a high rate right now in terms of money coming in. And are you really willing to?
But that was the case last time. They were all making a lot of money then.
In 94, we talking?
Chris, 94?
I guess they didn't have they haven't had any other stoppages since then.
They had the
stoppage last time that didn't miss any games. Though.
Okay.
They made them up. They missed like the first 2 weeks of the season, but then they made up the games.
Right.
I had here's a crazy thought. I was talking to my brother-in-law about this because he's from Ireland. His team is Manchester United. And all of those teams are just spending so much money to get any player that they can. We both said that one day in like the next 20 years, sports is going to eat itself. And we're going to have to start all over with the professional sports ranks because that's where we are headed.
How does it eat itself?
It's just there's just too many, like in baseball, there's going to be too many. There's too big of a void in the middle. There's too big of a no man's land between the players and the owners. How are they ever going to meet in the middle? It would be shocking to me if they met in the middle and both sides were happy without one side being angry. And you got soccer paying a ton of money. I mean, NFL is just printing money at this point. The business of sports is becoming too much for me, because I don't care. I don't care how much money you make. I just want to see my team play.
I hear you. Your team got mollywopped.
Okay. I hate you.
Oh, my God. They look like they didn't even belong. And listen, I like their uniforms. I know everybody didn't like them.
I liked them too.
I liked their uniforms big time. But
they looked good.
They did not represent them uniforms very well
at all. Every time they wear those uniforms, they play like that. All right, so here's the first text we got from Skraby.
Oh no!
Came in on Saturday.
Remember what I sent.
Well, it all started with us talking about the schedule for this week and what our, the shows are going to look like and blah, blah. And Skraby said, well, we're going to do this and that and the other. And then at the very end,
when he started to poke his chest out.
Side note, 49ers aren't going 10-7.
Well, you guys did say they were going to go 10-7.
So he threw it out there.
He started it.
I
We
came
were
back.
minding our own business, just having a
Yeah,
good
nobody
time.
was even
Yeah.
going there.
Yep, yep.
So I came back with, that's okay. 49ers win today, lose playoff opener, 13-5 will basically be the same thing. Bang, bang.
Which angered me.
And then he came back with, they win today and they won't have to travel again. Bang, bang. And
I get to this weird thing where I become an idiot.
that was a short exchange. Usually it's longer than that. But that was before
Bang.
that was before the 49ers got banged by the Seahawks.
They really did. I mean,
Saturday night.
I kept
Seahawks
saying-
was whooping they
I
I hate
kept
to say
saying,
that
when
I was-
is Sam Darnold gonna show up?
Well, he didn't need to do anything
Nah.
because the
Seattle's
Seahawks
defense.
defense was
Woo.
incredible.
I mean, they
They
were
made Brock Purdy look questionable.
okay. If we're gonna
I'm
talk about
just
this
saying.
game, let's say this: 49ers didn't have the ball in the first half.
Oh,
So
that's brilliant.
brilliant
by the
I'm giving the
Seattle
Seahawks get credit for that. That's why the 49ers offense could get going in the first half. By the end of the game, they're on their like 7th string linebacker, which is not going to bode well when they go to Philadelphia and play on
No.
Sunday against the Eagles. I'm already preparing for the end of the season.
well, you will, be, and that's the way you are. I mean, you gave up on Purdy already twice or 3 times this season, so that doesn't surprise me. I'm going to say this in defense of the 49ers, and it's my only defense. Whenever they take that big tackle out of there, what is it, Williams?
Oh, Trent Williams.
Yeah.
They take him out, and the 49ers are just not the same.
They're not even close.
They're not the same. And
He might be the most
he
dominant.
might be the most important guy in the league.
for sure.
And they take him out, and all of a sudden there's no running room at all. There's no time to throw at all. So I think that is part of it. But I was pretty impressed with Seattle.
They were.
I mean,
They were
because the
very
49ers
impressive.
have been scoring 40 points a game lately, and they could barely cross midfield.
Yeah, it was
an
not good.
impressive thing.
When
for
they were
that, for
when the
Seattle
Seahawks were
fans.
gaining 9 yards at a time in the beginning of the game, I was like,
It was chunky.
"This is
Well,
is
but
not."
your defense is what it is because it's
It's
everybody's
very
hurt.
Yeah, very
Walker runs like that's number 9, right?
Yeah,
he
Kenneth
runs
Walker.
like a miniature Marshawn Lynch.
Be a little,
A
mini beast mode.
Little
slimmer,
beast quick.
little slimmer,
Little beast.
little
Little beast
yeah,
quick.
a little slimmer, a little more compact. But man, he runs angry
I
when he's
still
healthy,
think
man.
that Seattle fans are in for one last heartache. I just don't trust Darnold. I don't. And
He'll see ghosts at any given point.
It's
Well, I
gonna
was
happen.
waiting for him to the other
he
night.
didn't accept the
Well,
other
they didn't
night.
let him try.
Do you know that Sam Darnold has like
That's
top
right.
4? He's top 3 in
Okay, wait a
interceptions in the
second.
league.
You can say that he didn't, but it was 10-3, if I'm not mistaken, when he fell down and tried to hand off the
Oh,
ball
that- yeah.
and put it on the ground.
Yep.
If the Seahawks don't recover that, it might be a different game.
Listen,
So he gave you the chance. You just didn't
You
get
guys
it.
weren't ready
of,
for it.
No, lots of missed opportunities. That was a huge one. Being home for the rest of the playoffs would have been incredible.
It's gonna. It's
But
gonna
now
be-
they got to go to Philly.
You got a very tough road. Obviously, Philadelphia, defending
It's
champ.
a wrap.
You got to go to the East Coast. That's tough. And even if you win that, then you're probably going to get the Seahawks in the second round.
In Seattle.
It's going to be really tough for the 49ers. And that, in a lot of ways, almost feels unfair to be able to go from the 1 seed to the 6 seed based on that result. But that is what you have. The rest of the Rams get the Panthers. That's the only game. There's a 10-point spread on that game. But remember, the Panthers just beat the Rams within
They
a
did.
month
Yeah, they
ago. The 49ers Philly game is about 3-4 point spread. I think so. I can still go either way. I think Packers, Bears, both teams are playing bad. The Packers have lost 4 in a row. Bears 2 in a row.
Let me talk about the Bears for a second. The Bears are that team that think they are so good. They turned the ball over. I can't remember if it was interception or fumble, or whatever, late in that game on Saturday, whatever day it
No,
was.
they played yesterday against
Yesterday.
Detroit. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. They turned the ball over. They acted like they just won the Super Bowl.
Oh, they got the turnover. you
They
mean.
got the turnover to, like, quote unquote, ice the game. Lions get the ball back and win the game. The Bears guys are celebrating in the end zone like they have already won the game.
Okay, doesn't every team go down and
Yeah,
celebrate in
pretty
the end
much
zone?
everybody
They
does.
get a
They were
turnover?
doing it a
It just
different way.
happened
They
to
were
be
doing
ahead of the
the
game.
doesn't
They were
do
doing
that.
the bye-bye thing.
No.
Like, no, you weren't. You lost
Well,
the game.
Listen, it
I can't stand
backfired.
the
on 'em.
Bears.
You know, you need to put some respect on Mr. Williams' name.
I never said anything about Caleb
I'm
Williams.
saying, man, it's got his team where it is right now.
No, I think Caleb Williams is a good
Their
quarterback.
they got a tough. Here's the thing, they got a tough enough defense that anything could happen, especially in the NFC.
The Bears are the 2 seed. I don't think people in general expect them to live up to that seed
that's
because
fair.
they haven't been there before, but they're certainly capable with the kind of year they had. I think the Packers are playing terrible. They've lost 4 in a row, and the loss of Micah Parsons has changed their outlook for sure.
sure.
The AFC side, Pittsburgh got in last night. I will say this. For whatever you want to say, it was a hell of a game. Baltimore
What
hits
a
Zay
game.
Flowers for 2 bombs. Aaron Rodgers, I'm not a fan,
He did
but
his
he came
thing, though.
through.
He did his thing.
Twice he took him down the field. And then the guy makes a circus catch on 4th down to get the chip shot field goal,
And
and
it's not a
he
chip
misses
shot.
it.
That was heart aching.
Do you see that there was
I-
supposed to be a penalty on that play?
Well,
One of the Steelers players launched over the center, and that's why the
they're
Ravens
saying that he
people
kicked
were
it wide.
no, the Ravens people were like looking around for the flag because you're not allowed to launch. They've been calling it all year, and the guy
You
launched.
can't
over.
leverage. You can jump
The leverage,
over.
that's
Yeah,
what I meant.
you can't leverage.
Yeah.
You just can't.
I have to look at that again.
Yeah, so they
Either
were
way,
all
they didn't
concerned
call
about
it, so
That didn't happen.
it doesn't really
Right.
matter.
But
Steelers
Steelers
get
are
in.
in. I think they got a tough thing because the Texans have won 9 in a row and are playing probably as well as anybody. Jacksonville's won 8 in a row. They've got Buffalo. I think people are going to feel Buffalo because Josh Allen. But frankly, Jacksonville's
Jaguars
been a
are
better
playing-
team than
yeah,
Buffalo this year.
Jaguars are playing
Yeah.
fantastic.
And
right
then the
now.
other one is Chargers. Go Chargers, go! Going to New England. The one thing I like for the Chargers
that never goes well.
it doesn't. But Drake May will be playing his first playoff game, and we've seen that happen in the past. What did you guys think of the Eagles pulling their starters in the second half? Because if they win, they could have got the 2 seed, which could come into play in the second round. I was really surprised by that. Philadelphia wins that game. They jump ahead of the Bears. That also, I think, would have made it easier for your Niners because then the Niners would have played the Bears instead of the Eagles in the first round.
And they
But
just beat the Bears.
I don't know why the Eagles would give up trying to get the 2 seed like that. I don't
There's
know.
something funny going on with the Eagles
They-
this year.
If you're going to rest everybody, then rest everybody. But they played everybody in the first half
I know that
and
Devontae
then
Smith.
decided to take them all out of the game.
I know
that
that
was
Devontae
weird.
Smith needed like 10 yards to get to 1,000 or something like that, so they took him out after that. But
Well, the Eagles are taking a lot of criticism for that. Obviously, if they end up winning in the end, it's not going to matter, but we'll see if that comes into play. I think the playoffs are going to be great. They always
They
are.
always are. Yeah.
We talk about the NCAA tournament. We talk about, the March Madness and all. I think the NFL tournament is as good as any, frankly. You got 13 games from here to the end. I'll be honest with you. I think the first 12 of them are awesome. And then the Super Bowl is always kind of hit and miss.
it is kind of weird.
The rest of the games I think are great.
They're money.
And,
for
and I
sure.
look forward to all of those. We'll give you the schedule a little later. We got the good, the bad, and the ugly and all of that.
I have to
come.
I have to apologize later on the Skraby show to Jaguars fans and Patriots fans because I crushed
This has been a long time coming.
I crushed their teams
All year.
earlier in the year.
Oh no, not earlier. All
I
year.
still don't think the Patriots are a 14-3 team, but they are according
that's
to the record.
exactly what the
Well, I'm
record
going
says.
to give you some support on
Thank
your
you.
Patriot hate.
Thank you.
Here it is, and then you do with it what you will.
Okay.
I definitely think I might have heard this number.
The Patriots only won 2 games all year against a playoff team.
I did see
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
And they
Uh,
lost to the Raiders.
They lost the Raiders. The
And
first
the
game of the
Steelers.
season. The Raiders has to be the biggest upset result of
New
the whole
England.
year in week 1.
As we look back on it,
That's
right?
The New England won 2 games. Pittsburgh is in the playoffs with only 1 playoff team beat, which was New England. The team that has won the most in the playoffs, Seattle, 6 wins over playoff teams, and Jacksonville with 5. So you do have to take back what you said about Jacksonville.
I was just angry at Liam Cohen because no one's ever
Because he
heard
went
of
at your guy, and
No,
your
no,
guy
no, no.
tried
This
to
was before
threaten
that.
to take
This
him
was
out.
before that. He's a nobody before the year.
He's a nobody. Yes,
He has no one even knows who he is, and then he's like, "I'm not going to be the head coach of the Jaguars unless you fire the GM." I'm like, "Who are you? You're
Hey,
nobody."
hey, as it's turned out, he was brilliant in his work.
He wanted to work with somebody you felt comfortable with.
Yeah, that's how it's gone, Scrape.
He's
Jacksonville's
also a hypocrite because he
Pretty good.
was mad at Robert Saleh, and then when his player,
Well,
said he
Robert
was gonna
Saleh threatened to
kill
take him
someone.
out.
yeah, but one of the Jaguars players, I think it was the punter, said he was going to kill someone, and Liam Cohen didn't really care.
It was a strange NFL year, to be sure, though. I was thinking of it this way. If I told you before the year that I knew for a fact one of two things, the Lions, Chiefs, and Ravens would all be in the playoffs, or the Lions, Chiefs, and Ravens, none of them would be in the playoffs, but I knew one of those was going to happen, which would you have bet on?
Of course, the
I
one
think
with them
everybody
in.
would have bet that they'd be in the playoffs, and none of them are.
Those are
So,
three perennial playoff
That's
teams.
crazy. World of the NFL. All right, hour number 2 starts with our daily gambit. Also, the Farmers Insurance Open. Hey, golfers coming up. We'll talk a little bit about that in the next couple of segments as Gwynn and Chris rolls on.
Stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low. Here we go. Oh, you idiot. Right. Typical tandem student right there.
I tried. I wrecked your good job, buddy.
Fun, huh?
You need help with anything? Okay, I'm nervous.
Stand up, stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low.
Indeed, we are. Hour number 2 here on Gwynn and Chris, Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matthew Skraby, a little daily gambit. We made some bets before we took the break. Catch up on some of these new games to be added on our betting list.
Are you? I'm surprised. I'm not a odds maker, but Miami of Florida is favored by 3 points against Ole Miss in the semifinal game. And remember, these games are all at neutral sites, so there's no home or away.
What a game, too, by the way.
Should be a great game. But Ole Miss, Georgia was an incredible game.
Incredible.
Miami did take down Ohio State. Impressive. I will say this. Julian Sayin had, I think, a great year, but I don't think they did enough to help him in that game. Miami was just so good on defense.
I don't
think he was ready for that.
I don't think their offensive line was ready. That defensive line was it was the thing that was the difference maker.
They
really in that
overwhelmed
game
them.
for sure.
They did. But would you have? I would have expected Ole Miss to be favored.
I would have too. After watching, what we do know, and this is what made Saban's team so good, was that they could all rush the quarterback.
Yeah,
and I think Miami is elite.
Miami is a better defense. Ole Miss, though, just took apart Georgia, which is also a great defense.
I don't know that their defensive line is as good as that.
Miami.
They got those two guys on the same side.
Miami's good.
That makes it almost impossible that somebody's getting a one-on-one.
I don't know whether to root for Ole Miss, to stick it to Lane Kiffin, or I don't know to root against Ole Miss so they don't have to hear about Lane Kiffin anymore. So I'm not sure what to do there.
Lane Kiffin is still dictating this game.
Isn't it incredible?
He's like, hey, I don't know if my assistants are going to be able to coach
and I'll let
in this
you know
game.
The morning of the game. When are we deciding on this, by the way, Lane?
Yeah, Lane Kiffin's been given too much power.
It's incredible. It really is incredible.
He orchestrated his own power move.
It's crazy.
His own. I mean, it's just it really is crazy. Somebody's got to. Never mind. I don't want to say something I regret. Indiana blowing out Alabama, I think, made everyone in America happy, especially when you go back to the pregame. Nick Saban looking into the camera and saying, well, I'm going to take Alabama. Of course you are, Nick, but at least admit to why you're taking Alabama. You didn't really think they were better. Same for Paul Feinbaum. And by the way,
hang with him, Paul.
But by the way, hats off to the Indiana broadcaster, and I forget his name now.
Oh, yeah.
He's been there for 53 years. He's never won anything, obviously, broadcasting Indiana football. And when they scored the clinching TD or one of the TDs the other game against Alabama, he goes, touchdown, Indiana. It's 31-3. How do you like that, Paul Feinbaum? And I thought, you know what?
Yes.
It was deserved because Indiana has been, I can't say it, but bleeped on the whole year, especially by the arrogant SEC people who didn't really believe in this team. They humiliated Alabama.
Don Fisher is your guy.
Good for him, man.
One of the talking heads, I can't remember who it was, and when he said it, I was like, that was interesting. He said that he had Indiana blowing out Alabama. I can't remember who it was.
Well, he was right.
But he was spot on.
Oh, man, they blew that. And I'll tell you one thing. Most people think Oregon are going to beat them. And I will say
Oregon took care of Oregon one time.
Oregon looked really good. Indiana beat Oregon. Can they beat them again? Those games are later in the week. But I'm looking forward to all of that. All right, we ready?
Let's do some daily gambit.
Gambino.
Hold up.
Oh.
before we get to the Daily Gambit.
Yes, sir. You have something to read? You don't want to get in trouble with the boss here.
I want to remind everybody that we are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo!
If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We have nothing to review from 2 weeks ago. So, Chris, take it away.
All right. Obviously, the NFL odds are out for the weekend. We'll get into more of that later. But as mentioned earlier, the Rams are 10.5 at Carolina. Everything else is like a 3-point spread. So it's going to be wide open there. We'll do the college later in the week. But for tonight, guys, open the little NBA basketball.
I ain't mad at that. Ain't mad at that.
Tony, you know how we all have our own Twitter feeds. I'm curious, and he's got his glasses on again. It's pretty hilarious. Have you had him on the whole time? Or did you
No, he took them off.
Okay, they're back on.
Meta started talking to me, and it kind of freaked me out. So I'm taking them off.
His glasses are playing music. They're talking to him.
Tony, please call Skraby an idiot.
I don't know what's in there. But my Twitter feed hates, and I mean hates, LeBron James.
Oh, that's because you hate him.
Is it?
That's because you've been looking at the anti-LeBron James stuff.
Okay, I don't hate him anywhere near as much as you do.
I don't hate him.
I can't go one day without seeing a video montage of LeBron James flopping on the floor.
Yeah.
And it seems like really out there, the people that are anti-LeBron. Am I wrong?
No,
or is this picking up steam?
I just think you have to be careful because especially on our social media platforms, algorithms are in play here. And so
what if I say I'm not a LeBron James fan on the show? It starts showing up on my Twitter?
I mean, there are things that we've talked about that I've never looked up that will show up on my
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Well,
And if you do happen to look at one of those flopping videos,
then they'll keep showing
it's like,
them
hey,
forever.
he must like these joints.
I will say that Charles Barkley also is, at least in Twitter, anti-LeBron in terms that he can't get over the people want to compare LeBron to Jordan. And then he goes into the flopping and the whole thing.
I would definitely say that's part of your algorithm at this point.
Okay, so it's just my algorithm because, he's just taking a beating on my Twitter feed, LeBron.
I see a lot of anti-Mike Vrabel stuff. So
okay. All right.
I'm like, see, there are people who feel like me out there.
Fair enough. Okay.
No, the algorithm, Chris, is built for you.
Yes, I get it. I know. I understand that. But I never used to see this much in terms of vitriol for LeBron James.
You almost have to go out of your way, and this is what I found, to balance it out so that your algorithm is not so one-sided.
Because, LeBron James is better than their – he's still pretty good, people.
Yeah. I've seen some of the flopping joints.
Criticize this guy. All right, he's not in action tonight. But the Clippers are making a little headway. Kawhi returned. Nevertheless, still 12-22. They're home to the Warriors tonight. Golden State favored by 2.5 on the road. So we'll start there. Skraby, you're the Northern California
Oh, man.
guy.
There are lots of upset Warriors fans right now. So
Draymond got booted out of another game last night, I think.
Did.
And
losing his mind.
yeah.
who are they playing?
At Clippers.
I'm going with them.
You're going to Clippers?
Yes.
Again, you have to bet the Clippers at your own peril. But if Kawhi plays, I'll take the Clippers too. Tony?
Did Kawhi not play the other night when they got spanked?
I don't know.
They had won 6 in a row, and then they got beat up bad.
Whipped. They've lost, yes, 1 in a row. They got whipped. I could look that up. But
this is Clippers and Warriors.
Still
I'm going to
Clippers
take
and Warriors. Oh, the Celtics beat the Clippers by 30.
That's
the
who
other
it was.
night.
And Green had Brown
Jaylen
had 50.
Brown had 50. 50 used to be something that was great. Now it's you just move right on.
That's pretty cool.
Kawhi did play in that game.
I'm going to take the Clippers.
We're all taking the Clippers. OKC minus 15.5 at Charlotte. People have calmed down, though, on the Oklahoma City greatest team of all time talk.
They had to.
Right? I mean, they were, 27-2? And now I think they've lost 4 out of their last 7 games, which is, for them, a lot. They've now lost 6 games. I mean, everybody had them pretty much beating the Warriors' record.
Yeah, it was getting ugly.
And now they'd have to almost win every game. Spurs are 3-0 against the Thunder.
That's the Oklahoma City problem.
Weird.
They ran into a San Antonio Spurs problem. And a Wembanyama problem.
15.5 points here. I'm going to take OKC after I just ripped on them. Tony?
Yeah, it's definitely OKC.
OKC.
Not close.
Charlotte, not a great team.
I'll go with the Bobcats.
The Bobcats don't exist anymore, but you can have them. Boston, I hate this, that the Celtics are still good again, Tony. I don't want to give Missoula any credit, but they have the second best point differential ratio in the NBA without Tatum. They're dominating. They're 10.5 over the Bulls. The Bulls are without Giddey and White. So the Bulls have got injury issues.
Yeah,
Tony, you're up.
You know,
at Boston.
I had to go with the C's.
Go with the C here. C, Skraby?
Yeah, C's.
Boston. I'm going to just take a flyer on the Bulls. They've been a weird team this year. They have played much better against good teams, and then they lose to bad teams. So the Celtics are a good team. Here's a great matchup tonight in the NBA. Detroit hosting the Knicks.
Ooh,
Top 2 teams in the East.
That was a great playoff series,
right?
too.
Right now, Detroit 26-9. Knicks are second, 23-12. They're at Detroit tonight. Do you go Brunson or Cunningham? More points. And Skraby's up. Cunningham for Detroit, Brunson for the Knicks.
I like Cunningham.
Cunningham it is. I like Cunningham too, but I'm going to go. They're at Detroit. I think Brunson takes over the game.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Brunson tonight.
Brunson's a bad man. I'm taking Brunson too.
Brunson. Was Brunson not on the Villanova teams?
No, he was. Him and Hart they're all
Hart,
teammates.
Brunson and
Vince
DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo.
And there was somebody that year, a really popular college basketball analyst, who said, "Hey, Villanova's winning this championship, and they don't have a single NBA prospect on the team."
I guess
people were like, "Well, maybe they do."
I guess
as it turned out.
Water.
You know who's still playing well? I had to put him in there tonight. Kevin Durant.
Yeah, man.
His number tonight is 27.5 points at Houston. Phoenix playing at Houston.
He's probably having.
Or no, he's with Houston. I kept thinking, I was like, he's at Phoenix. They're playing the Suns.
He's in
his old team.
He's on such a talented team.
Man, how does he score 27.5 points?
He doesn't have to do He picked this perfect squad where he could just come in. And he's such a good basketball player. This is easy work for him.
I think it's going to be held against him, though, that he always chased a good team.
Of course it is. That's just how this society operates.
He's averaging 25.7 again this year, shooting 52%, 42% from 3. And he's 38 years old?
Yeah.
37.
Off of a torn Achilles?
27.5 points. He's playing his old team. He's going to stick it to him.
This is another Kevin. Maybe Kevin is an outlier, but typically it's how far technology has come. Somebody tears their ACL at that point in their career,
they don't make it back.
They don't make it back to this. Were we talking about 27?
Yeah, he's having another big typical year. So are you going over too, Tony?
Yeah.
Scrabe, what do you want to do?
I'll go under.
All right. All right, we got a minute or two because we went past.
We got to get her because we got our guest.
Oh, we do have a guest. All right, real quick. 12th ranked Michigan State, 10.5 over USC. Tom Izzo really loud criticizing the whole college basketball
I've
mess.
been loving myself some Tom Izzo. And
Are you a fan of his right now for speaking out on all this?
Absolutely.
I mean, he ripped the Baylor coach, and the Baylor coach had to answer for it, basically.
I mean, he ripped. I mean, like John Calipari's been speaking up on it. I've appreciated both of them.
And the NCAA is like, we can't do anything.
It kind of forced them to come out and clarify their stance on that. And so I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm glad somebody's saying something about it.
You go, let's see. So you're up first.
Michigan State.
Michigan State at home over the Trojans. Skraby?
I'll go Michigan State.
All right. I'll be the contrarian. I'll take Eric Musselman. Come on, Musselman. USC. One more. Wild -1.5 at Kings. Tony never gets these right.
Kings never get me, so give me the Wild.
Going Wild. Scrape.
Going Kings, baby.
Kings at home. Come on, Kings. All right, we're going to talk some Farmers Insurance Open. Marty Gorsuch, CEO of the Farmers Insurance Open. It's right around the corner. Gets on us quick. Talk with him when we come back on Gwynn and Chris. Yes, indeed. The brand spanking new, or so it seems like it is. Bill Howe Studios. Bill Howe, we know how. Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan, 3:22 the time. The Farmers Insurance Open is almost upon us again. And to that end, joining us, the CEO of the Farmers Insurance Open.
I turned off your mic on accident.
Yeah, don't turn me off when I'm trying to introduce our man here, Marty Gorsuch. Marty, how you doing? This is the time of the year where everybody else is coming off the hangover the holidays, but you got to ramp up.
It's go time, man. We waited patiently. We let baseball happen. We let MLS happen, and football and bowl games and holidays and New Year's, and now it's time to talk Farmers. We're ready to go.
Yeah, let's tee it up. Saw some of the announcement of some of the players coming out to Torrey Pines this year, and I imagine there's probably going to be more to come if history keeps with how it normally is.
Yeah, absolutely. We typically see some stuff through the holidays. We actually have a lot more than we normally have, which is a great sign as far as like bigger name players. And they can put their name into that portal all the way up until the Friday of advance week, so until the 23rd of this month. So we'll keep seeing names come in as guys figure out their schedules, as they work through some logistical things. And, excited about what we've got, but know for a fact that there's some more coming in too. So we'll have some more announcements as we move along.
Marty Gorsuch joins us, CEO of the Farmers Insurance Open. And Marty, it's one of the more popular events that happens here in San Diego, especially early in the year. Tell us a little bit about tickets. Today's the last day, if I'm not mistaken, right? To try to get the lowest price.
Yeah, what it is, we have a price lift at midnight tonight. So still reasonable, but it's a definite incentive to, if you were thinking about going, if you've been before, if you're coming back, definite reason to jump in now and make your move. We all know as Southern Californians, we like to wait.
Yes,
and do. So build those incentives in for folks to act now, especially when they know they're going anyway. And so, yeah, you'll hear a lot today about the buzz going out there, both in the players, even some stuff about some of the new things we have going on for people at the event to check out. And, kind of create that kickoff buzz. And we'll have another price increase that hits in a couple weeks closer to the event. Once again, one more kind of jump to it. But, yeah, absolutely, now's a great time to get moving and make your commitment to come out to Torrey.
Go see the Farmers Insurance Open. Look, this is one of the most fun things you can do as a sports fan.
No doubt.
We say it all the time. I always put, like, you sit in the front row at an NBA game. Not many of us can actually ever do that, but if you can, I would recommend it. Sitting behind home plate is fun, etc. Standing next to these golfers when they play it takes your breath away. It's very surprising if you've never experienced it. I'm always going to tell everybody to go, Marty, and I know you will. The Saturday finish of the Farmers Insurance Open, it's been a few years now. It's not happening again?
Yeah, so the way the calendar falls this year, part of the reason why we end up so late in the month, later than we normally are, it puts us back into that quiet week in the NFL. So as opposed to trying to go up against the conference championships on Sunday, there's nothing happening. So the way it worked out, that puts us into that slot. Will be Thursday through Sunday again. So the corporate buyer really embraced that weekday format because they look at it as another day to get out of the office, entertain clients, etc. But the general fan loves having that Sunday back. Whether you're taking family, you're going out with the guys, you're doing it with the couples in the neighborhood, whatever it may be, adding in that extra weekend day is big, and a traditional Sunday finish is always popular.
Marty, you noted that this is more commitments this early than typically we've seen in the past. Do you think there's a reason for it in terms of this year versus some of the other years?
There's a few factors. I think we're definitely seeing some of the discussions going on in the golf space right now have created a lot more buzz and commitment and stuff, especially from some of the bigger names to get involved earlier. They understand the business side of it. The PGA Tour recently added 3 of the top 6 execs from the NFL. And, with that just comes some, I think, opportunistic change to really continue advancing the game. And a part of that's letting the players understand that, they're a big part of the product here. And so as they put their names in, as they commit to play, as the fans can see them, it drives the overall business of golf, and that's to their benefit. So with that education, I think it's really helped the guys get into it. Another big factor here locally is last year at this time, unfortunately, the fires were getting going in LA.
That's right.
It was a very tenuous time, and not just what happened up there, but even, for myself and our team, we'd be tone deaf if we were out here screaming from the rooftops to come enjoy yourself and get your Tory on. So we were relatively quiet and sensitive and just watching everything unfold. Then there were the rumblings about the Genesis moving here and having another event 2 weeks later, and just a lot of things all happening at once last year that kind of threw off what you might call a normal cadence. And I think right now we're all looking out at blue skies today, feeling like the world's in a much better place, and people are planning ahead. And we've seen ticket sales on the rise, far over last year already as well. So player commitments, ticket sales, Mother Nature, it's all lining up so far.
Harris English is the defending champion, by the way, at the Farmers. Shot at 280 last year. That's for 4 rounds. That sounds about what I almost shot when I played Torrey Pines this year. Still, one of the great things about the Farmers Insurance Open, Marty, we mentioned it, but how many professional events in any sport can the pros play and the regular people play in the same exact location and same course? I mean, we watch this tournament and we go, oh, I had that shot, or I wish I had that shot. But, we've been on the course, so it just makes it that much more enjoyable.
Yeah, you talked about it earlier with it being a great and unique event. I've worked for an MLB team. I worked for an NBA team. Sports are amazing. But, first of all, you don't get to go play on the court. You don't have that experience. Secondly, you're typically in seats, one vantage point for a 2.5-hour game. Here you have 8 hours, and you can change your vantage points. You can go to different holes where history was made, or where there's special views, or a par 3, or follow a group. You've got a lot of flexibility in how you take it in, whether you're, multiple days. You might sit in hospitality or a venue one day and just watch from one hole, and another day move around. But then to your point, the ability to play the places and stand in the same areas and try similar shots and have that relatability to the product and to the experience is really cool. On the other sports, football field's 100 yards, a basketball court, similar distance. But here in golf, each venue is different and has its own uniqueness and its own story and history to tell. So that does make it special here at Torrey.
If you stand deep enough in the rough, you can probably come across a couple of my drives from last summer. They're probably still sitting in there somewhere. Marty Gorsuch, CEO of the Farmers. Marty, real quick, tickets today, the deadline, not to get tickets, but to get the cheapest price. Tell everybody where they can go so we can get them signed up.
Yeah, farmersinsuranceopen.com. Very simple and intuitive website. It'll explain the basics on general grounds tickets, which still come with a lot of access and amenities and things to do. And it'll also give you some information on some of the upgraded options. But really easy to navigate. Go check it out. If you've been before, love to see you again. If you haven't been, this is your time. It's about a lot more than golf.
Marty, we appreciate it. As always, good talking to you, and look forward to talking some more golf here in the next few weeks leading up to it.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Marty Gorsuch, CEO of the Farmers Insurance Open. All guests on 97.3 The Fan. Join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. They've been doing it since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Love the Farmers. I must say, I didn't know, but I'm glad it kind of is back closing on Sunday. I never got used to it.
Oh, I love the Saturday.
You did.
I loved it.
I didn't get used to it. I understood it, but it threw me off.
I have to ask this question because I had my head down when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
You started to ask the question in a way that indicated that it was a Saturday.
Skraby went, no.
Is that on camera?
Probably.
We need to put that out.
For the first time.
I had my head down. I was listening to the question. I was like, that was
for the first time ever, I understood one of his hand signals.
It was, don't go with the rest of this. I should have probably told you guys, but entered the day thinking it ended on Saturday.
I was going to ask him, I go, how does it work that it always ends on Saturday? And Skraby's like, no, that's not.
I have to say, had our show just been on radio, that would have been a crazy smooth pivot right there.
Yeah, well, everybody saw it.
Skraby's like, doing it.
I'm gonna have to go back and look for that.
That must be funny. All right, we got a break. Coming back. What do we have, Skraby?
Oh, we're gonna go through some of the news stories that we missed.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, man.
the
There's a lot of good
DK
ones.
Metcalf thing with the fan who held his own press conference after the fact.
Crazy.
And this fan is
Crazy
a real special person, let me tell you.
You can almost see why DK punched him.
Yeah. I wish DK didn't get suspended after this fan. There was some other stuff like, let me get to it.
Just save it. Just save it till we
Stephon
get-
Diggs legal trouble.
Yes.
We'll get to all of that.
Yes, there's
Other
a couple
stuff
of those guys.
that we missed over vacation. Gwynn and Chris continues.
Ben and Wood.
or food. Try Spiro's for authentic Mediterranean cuisine in Coronado or La Jolla. For dining or takeout options, visit spiroscuisine.com. Now, we got some traffic to get to here any moment. One of the things that happens over the course of a 2-week break that this particular show took is you missed some stories. Stories that otherwise would be great show topics. And, I think we've all gotten used to being at home, seeing a story go by and be like, man, that'd have been a really good one to use on that particular day's show. So Skraby took it upon himself to kind of collect some of those stories, and we'll get a chance to go over them. Do we have traffic ready now?
We do not, but I will.
Okay.
I will give everybody traffic when it shows up. But let's get started here. I am forgetting where I put things on the board, guys. There we go.
All right. Do you know what you did with your dinger?
Where'd my dinger go? Where'd my dinger go?
There we go.
All right. Where shall we start?
Well timed, my friend. Well timed.
Where shall we start? Let's start with DK Metcalf drama. So when the Steelers played the Lions, I think in week 16, DK was caught on camera swiping at a fan who was kind of hanging over the edge, but they were calling him names. They were calling him DeKalen, which is his legal name.
Okay. The Watcher.
The what?
Just a reminder. That's the sound that needs to go off in your head as an athlete.
Gotcha.
Someone's watching.
Always
the
watching. Actually, I think Jim Nance and Tony Romo were like, look what we caught during the break.
Here's DK Metcalf punching a fan.
Let me tell you how that happens right there. You always have producers. There's like a whole room where TV's on. They got different cameras. They probably caught that, and someone got in Nance's ear, or Romo is like, hey, we got some clip of DK trying to punch a fan.
Yeah.
Let's here, I'll show it to you guys. And then they ran with it once it came on TV. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't know, Jim. Did he punch him or not?
I don't know, Jim. I don't even want to give this guy
can I say something real quick?
Airtime about him.
I only saw this in replay, and I'll tell you why. Partly it was like disappointment that DK let this fan get under his skin enough to be over there with the face punch.
I mean, he had to go over to the fan for this to happen.
Whatever was said was enough to get him over there. So I was disappointed. So I didn't really want to see what happens. Then I saw like clips of what I think was the fan having a press conference.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because DK said there was racial slurs used. There were accusations of racial slurs being used. This guy says that there were no racial slurs being used. He's just a super fan, and this is what he does. And so he called a press conference to clear his name of these slurs because it's affecting him in his real life. People are coming at him.
So he's saying that DK Metcalf's claims of racial slurs
is a lie.
Is a lie, and that's why he called the press conference with his lawyer.
DK Metcalf yet?
No, but here's where I don't go with the fan, because the fan during the press conference, and I'm not going to play the press conference because I don't even want to give the fan that much credit or anybody to hear his voice. But he keeps calling the guy. He keeps calling DK DeKalen, and he's like, he doesn't like it when I call him DeKalen, but his name is DeKalen. It's like, dude, you do not get it. Like, why do you have to be such an idiot? I don't understand these people. So should DK have been suspended for 2 games? I don't know about 2 games.
I think he should have been suspended for 2 games because you have to. You can't hit a fan. Ron Artest was kicked out for I don't know how long, but he was.
But he actually
at least Ron got his lick in.
But he also had a soda thrown at him from about 2 feet away.
That's what sparked it.
Yeah, he didn't punch the guy out of nowhere.
Yeah, I guess you're right. DK can't do this. Everybody knows that.
DK,
my thing is that this guy is a
field
troll.
goal. DK was a field goal away from like being
ruining the whole season for the Steelers. 100%. Yeah, think about that.
And now he's back in there were talks whether or not the Steelers were going to avoid his guarantees in his contract that he signed.
They didn't,
and they did not. Yeah. Yes, correct. So
that was definitely a story that we would have been able to make.
But can we talk about this fan real quick? Like,
well, we would all love
how do we get fans under
like
control?
We can't stop them all.
It's over. It's over. We're never going back to the. How would you? What way would you put fans prior to what 2020?
No, I'd say 2000.
Okay.
I might say it took a little bit for us to learn how to act before too, because I remember.
I was going to say we might have to go back to the 1800s. I mean, fan behavior has never really been great. It's just becoming
Just go
more.
back to that Atlanta Braves Padre game back in Atlanta in '84.
I mean, we've been doing this stuff for a long time.
True.
I mean, people tried to burn the American flag, and Rick Monday saved the thing. That was in the 70s. I mean, fan behavior is always going to be crazy.
That's
the players
true.
have.
Very true.
It's
Very
just
true.
we know more about it now because of
There's
the
more cameras.
access.
We see it more often.
Yeah.
I think that's probably.
I'm gonna take a shot at Fireman Ed. I'm gonna take a shot at this fan. I'm gonna take a shot at all these super fans. No one comes to the game for you. Everybody comes to the game
Fireman
for the
Ed's
football
a
game.
Jets fan.
Yeah, Fireman Ed. Remember where he came out and he said he was disappointed in the Jets because they're not using him enough on the big screen?
That's right.
Yeah.
Like it's not about you. And this fan apparently, see, I don't know what's real about this guy and what's not, but I guess TK said it was he had said stuff previous years and he got
Apparently
him removed from the stadium.
I saw that they had some other mix.
But here's the thing for DK.
But Chris,
and-
I want to say this. Chris
Yeah.
is still right though. Like, as much as you want to go over and punch this dude in his face, and if you were anywhere else, like in regular walk of life, you would be able to do it and get away.
Yeah.
But just know you are on the field. You not only are you on the field, you're like one of the premier players. So anytime you move, the camera's following. And you just can't get your lick back that way. I don't know in most cases, because you're not going to run into these people in regular, like you're just going to have to eat it. That's just kind of how it is.
Understand that the Michael Jordan and others had to put up with that Washington Bullets fan, Robin Ficker. And if you want to look him up, he's got his own Wikipedia page. The guy sat right behind the visiting bench.
Before, actually.
Called, yeah, we have gone over. But anyway, said everything known to the guy. Robin Ficker. I'm looking him up. He was a judge or a member of the delegation of the Maryland House of Representatives, but he would go to games and just act the fool. You got to find a way to live with it.
Yep,
you do. But DK is off of suspension now.
He gets another. I hope he goes crazy in this first.
I hope this fan never gets. He never is allowed to go to another.
That was
game.
against Detroit, right?
Yeah,
yeah. So he won't be going to anywhere this year anyway. Watching from home.
I kind of feel bad for Lions fans this year. They were like this close to going to the Super Bowl.
They
last year.
had a really good team. They just got injuries. Really, I think slowed them down.
All right, let's go to this before we get to the story that's going to bring us all down. Let's go to this NCAA professional player who went and played or signed an NBA contract. He was drafted, and now he's playing. You guys explain this.
He was drafted in the second round, right? He got signed. He was traded in the NBA. He was traded from the team that drafted him.
No, not 31st pick.
So he's first round. He got traded.
32 teams in the NBA. No, it was 32.
30.
So it was a first pick. Second round,
right.
You're right.
But he ended up he was involved in a trade.
James Najee.
He's 7 feet tall. He played in the G League. And then he decided, what? I want to go back and I want to play. And they're allowing it. The NBA is allowing it. And Baylor, Scott Drew and company said, well, hey, the rules are the rules. We don't have to agree with them. We just have to get the best possible team we can. So he went ahead and brought him in. Fans booed this guy the other night. And he made his debut. Coaches around the college are like, come on, what are we doing here?
Charlie Baker, who runs the NCAA, said the NCAA will no longer grant eligibility to any player who has signed an NBA contract in a strongly worded statement that added some clarity amid questions about who is eligible to play college basketball.
Right.
And
this kid was just drafted, and that was the big contention. Once you put yourself into the draft and get drafted, that's it.
It's not just that either for this particular player. He then played in Turkey. And the thing is, when you become a professional.
So he must have been paid over there.
Not only is it's not even just the paid part, right? Like you go from being a college student to being a pro where you have the means and really the situation where nutrition, weights, like all of the coaching that you get at the professional level, the things that come with it.
Mm-hmm.
And now you get to take advantage of that and then return back to an area in which kids are still trying to learn how to do a lot of that stuff. And so, aside from the money part,
You also get to be 2 or 3 years older.
there's a full advantage to being able to do this. And so, here's how they kind of snuck the Najee thing around the corner, basically. He, as Chris said, he did not sign an NBA contract. So, therefore, he's still eligible. Now, listen, I think this is the NCAA doing what they do best, reacting after the fact that things are happening. And so my guess is that it starts where it's, for now, going to be NBA contract. They've already changed that to be two-way guys. The two-way contract guys are not eligible to come back. Eventually, it's going to have to be professional teams general. Like if you're over in Europe or wherever it may be, you shouldn't be allowed to come back.
Well, you're
and
gonna have
play.
to do it if you want to at least keep some semblance of college basketball.
And they're scared to death because of the lawsuits. At some
That's
point,
right.
you just got to stick your neck out there. And
At some
say,
point,
"Look,
some judges got to say enough's enough
That-
too, and
that
stop
too.
ruling in favor of all that. Because if it goes out to its most ludicrous extreme, I say everybody, if you're coming back on injury and you need some rehab games, you get to go down and play at the university you attended. So Kawhi Leonard will
Can you
be in the
imagine
lineup for the Aztecs
Luka-
tomorrow night.
Luka being able to drop down for a rehab assignment at USC and play against whoever.
LeBron
Right.
can go play at Ohio State since he was thinking of
Right,
going there.
Right.
Yeah, it's getting absurd. And college sports is taking the brunt of it. I don't know how much longer. I'm sure there's some people that are not even watching the football playoff, just on, saying I've had enough of all this stuff. I still
agree.
watch because I love to watch the game
I'm
itself,
almost
but
there with
I don't
college
care
football.
for how they're doing it all.
What else you got, Scrape?
This one's a small, fun one. Johnny Manziel was a no-show to ESPN.
Yeah, what happened with that?
So there was a Anthony Joshua Jake Paul fight the night before. Reese Davis actually called him out because Johnny Manziel did not show up to College Game Day. Actually, Al Caruso ended up at the last second being the
Caruso also
College
showed
Game
up at
Day
a Padre
picker.
game this year earlier.
Yes, he did. So Reese Davis said this about Johnny Manziel, saying it was out of his control that he missed the TV show. He said, quote, Reese Davis did, "When you go to a fight like that, you've got to be very careful about where you eat breakfast the next morning because it can leave you ill and give you difficulty in reaching the locales where you are scheduled to be. But I digress." Basically saying he skipped because he was out too late.
Hungover, yeah.
Johnny Manziel is not buying this. He says, quote, "I will continue to let everyone out there run with a fake narrative. And at the end of the day, perception always wins over reality." So where were you?
Sorry, Johnny.
You've done this to yourself.
You haven't.
You don't
haven't-
have the
you-
court of public
right.
opinion on your
You
side.
haven't done good. You haven't turned the corner enough for us to be like, oh yeah, I can see that being
Sure.
the case.
Yeah, he put the whole thing out on Instagram. And, when people do stuff like this and Instagram like this, I feel like they're trying to cover up something that they did that they knew they shouldn't have done.
Maybe so.
I think Johnny Manziel usually does things he shouldn't have done.
That is a
That's
fair
kinda his
comment.
story.
All right, last one. This is a serious one. Patriots wide receiver Stephon Diggs faces charges of felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery pertaining to an alleged incident on December 2nd involving his private chef. He is scheduled to appear in court on January 23rd. Also, Patriots defensive tackle Christian Barmore faces misdemeanor assault and battery charges.
This is a separate
thing. So mainly I want to talk about Stephon Diggs because a felony, he's been charged with a felony strangulation or suffocation.
That means they had enough evidence to charge him.
To say that
This
they
isn't
believe
just-
he did it and they can prove it.
This is not something that is only alleged. It's charged. And I'm waiting for the one team that's finally going to stick up again to the courts. Because I know you're innocent till proven guilty, Tony, and I want to respect Stephon Diggs' rights. But if it was my team, I wouldn't want to be represented by Stephon Diggs while this is hanging over our
What
head.
if he's found guilty of strangulation and they just let him play?
If he's found guilty of strangulation, he's not going to play.
Well, we understand
he's
that,
playing
but
now.
I would say
He's not found guilty though. of
But I would
strangulation.
like
He's
at
been
some
charged with it.
I would like at some point somebody to stand up and go, if you're charged with a crime of that nature,
I think it's more of
then
the crime
we are
for me.
we are not putting you in, you're not playing with our squad while that's hanging over the head. Can you make that claim and not be sued in return? Or
You can't make that claim and say that you believe in proven innocent until guilty.
The Patriots are hiding behind that, but to me and most of us, the feeling is they need Stephon Diggs, so he's going to play until further notice. And I just think it's a bad look to a lot of people out there. Is it or no?
I don't know. I don't know about a lot of people. I know that if you are charged with something, it does not then mean that you are guilty of the act. But
I understand that.
That's true.
But I want to protect the player from just willy-nilly people making claims. But I don't believe the courts charge you unless they feel they have some reason to be able to charge you. Do they not?
I mean, that is not the bar, though. The bar is not you're charging somebody because you think you have enough. The bar is that you end up proving that they are then guilty of what you were charging.
Tony is right, and Chris is right.
I don't know. I think it's going to continue going down this road. It's not going to change.
Well, all the Boston websites are like, well, it's 2 days before the AFC Championship. Well, you're not going to make it there, so he's going to have plenty of time.
There we go. There we go.
Let's get to break. 4 o'clock hour on the other side.
Chris versus the fans, baby.
833-288-0973.
Now, Craig Stammen joins us here, Padres' new manager. And Craig, listen, I've had the opportunity to play for 2 managers that were in their first year, Don Mattingly and the late Ryan Sandberg in Philadelphia. Both of them had their struggles. Even though these are the best of the best type of players, they had their struggles. Where do you see yourself in terms of your staff and leaning on your staff to kind of be able to help you in those first year kind of struggles that many managers deal with at some point?
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to lean on my staff a lot. And I remember having, small conversations with Bob Melvin about some of this stuff. And he was talking about some of the things he wished he knew when he was a first-year manager. And this was way back when I wasn't even thinking about this. We were just kind of talking. And he's like, I wish that I wouldn't have tried to do everything myself. He said, I felt like I had to be involved in everything and I had to be a part of every decision. And he goes, it's just not the case. He goes, there's a few things that I do need to be in charge of and as the manager, but I got good people around me. If I got good people around me, I just got to be able to trust them.
Right.
That'll be the hard part, but we're going to build that trust within the clubhouse, within the coaching staff. So I'm not doing it all myself. We're going to share responsibility. We're going to share the successes. I'll take the blame, and then we'll see where the dust settles. But I'll, obviously, hopefully gain a lot of experience where we get to the end of the season and we're in that playoff hunt.
Yeah.
That we're rolling and we're humming and we got a good process going.
Now, you mentioned, kind of building off what Mike has done here the last couple of years, adding to his legacy. You obviously have your own strengths, though. Where do you see your strengths being able to be applied to this ball club and how it may be of help?
Yeah, Mike had so much experience of organizing, how to be a great baseball team. He'd been mentored by many great managers, and he'd taken a lot from those guys. And I just listened to what he had to say about that stuff, and I saw how he did it, observing and listening to how he kind of went about his business. So a lot of the things that he did, I'm going to probably keep doing the same thing. What I think I can add is maybe just I'm a little younger. I got a little bit more energy.
Yeah.
I've got some relationships within the clubhouse that are maybe a little bit different. Does that give me the avenue to push them in a little bit different way, or like sneak in there to get them to do a few things that they haven't been quite open to in the past? Maybe I don't know. We'll find out. But, I'm going to treat them, with respect and hopefully get that respect back. And we're going to try to make this team as best they can be.
Craig Stammen joins us here, Padres' new manager. And Craig, you're clearly coming this with your eyes wide open with this situation. I heard you say partnering on multiple occasions up on the stand there. What does that look like for the fans who are listening and may not know what partnering looks like? What exactly is that?
Yeah, partnering, it's a give and a take. We have relationships with our families, our moms, our dads, our wives, our kids. It's not always my way or the highway.
Right.
There's got to be, even in this decision to become the manager, there was a lot of give and take with me and Audrey, deciding what was important to her and what we were going to miss by taking this, what was important to me, what I was going to miss in this, and then coming to a decision that works best for both of us. And I think those types of things can happen throughout the year with players, trying to get them on the field to do certain things in practice or in the game, but like partnering them in the way that's like, it's not just my decision.
Right.
We're in this together. We're accomplishing a goal together. It's not my, championship that we're going to win. It's our championship. It's the Padres championship. It's AJ's, it's John's, it's Eric's, it's Manny's, it's Toddy's.
Right.
It's all of ours together. It's Ruben's. We share that success together. I'll handle the blame, and then we'll do this together.
Last one, I'll let you get out of here. I know you got a busy day ahead of you. Mike Schilt did a terrific job of really shielding his players. He always was the man taking all the arrows coming at the ball club. But you also mentioned being able to push the guys. What does that look like? Because I think oftentimes fans hear, managers take the arrows and they're under the impression that there isn't any, pushing going on the backside of that. What does that look like sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, we got great players. So, the amount of pushing I need to do is limited.
Right.
But we can give them new ideas on how to navigate a season. And Mike was so good at, handling the players and taking the arrows, like you said, in the media and throughout the season and pumping those guys up and making them feel great. But there's ways that, they just maybe they haven't been exposed to, and that's what we're going to challenge our staff to do is come up with creative ways to keep Manny Machado, healthy for a full season. Xander Bogaerts healthy for a full season as they get a little older in age, and can we have guys peaking at the right time and stuff like that? Just open to new ideas and creative ideas, and the players will be partnering with that with the coaching staff to create something that we think will build us a championship team.
Now, Craig Stammen joins us here, Padres' new manager, and Craig, listen, I've had the opportunity to play for two managers that were in their first year, Don Mattingly and the late Ryan Sandberg in Philadelphia. Both of them had their struggles. Even though these are the best of the best type of players, they had their struggles. Where do you see yourself in terms of your staff and leaning on your staff to kind of be able to help you in those first year kind of struggles that many managers deal with at some point?
You're right. I'm going to lean on my staff a lot. And I remember having, small conversations with Bob Melvin about some of this stuff. And he was talking about what some of the things he wished he knew when he was a first-year manager. And this was way back when I was even.
How? The studio was absolutely spick and span cleaned during the break, so much so that, stuff is shining and there's nothing on the walls anymore. And so I feel like it is kind of a brand new Bill House Studios. Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan, Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr., and Mr. Skraby, who does have a Skraby's Chronicles following our show at 6 o'clock this evening. We also remind you that in about 20 minutes, we will announce today's biggest fan for a chance to qualify for a night in our Odyssey suite at a future Padres game with all of us in the fan staff. It's catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. If you haven't yet signed up, register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan. And then you could potentially have your name called, as will somebody's name be called in about 20 minutes or so. As far as go ahead, Scrape.
This is a me thing. This is a me problem. 5:30.
Oh, you said 4:20.
I did
on here.
This is my fault.
So 5:30 now. How did we miss by an hour and 10 minutes?
Because I used the normal Monday template, and the normal Monday show is done at 4:30, and I didn't change it. So.
I don't take that as a good excuse.
Okay. Hey, I tried to take the blame, so.
Mike McDaniel says he will be part of the team's search for the next general manager of the Dolphins. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, really?
Feel even better about things.
Well, Troy Aikman's coming in to be your
Troy Aikman's coming in to try to help find a GM as well. But as long as Mike McDaniel is there, I don't think the Dolphins are going to go anywhere. 4 teams did fire their coaches today. Actually, the Falcons did last night, right?
Yes, Raheem Morris.
Raheem Morris, he was fired. Did he make it off the field? Or did Arthur Blank just go over to him on the feet on the sideline?
Were they at home?
Yes.
They were at home.
They could fire him right after on the field.
Yeah, he was fired immediately. And today, Kevin Stefanski. Stefanski. I don't know this guy's name.
Stefanski.
I'm having trouble with that guy. I won't have to worry about him anymore because he's no longer coach of the Browns.
Yeah.
Jonathan Gannon, who I don't think many people could even name as the coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Even after 3 years, he never really made much of a name for himself as he's let go. And the fourth was Pete Carroll. I don't think it leaves a stain on Pete Carroll's resume. Maybe a tiny one.
Apparently, he didn't get along with the
guy won a
office.
Super Bowl. He won a Rose Bowl. He won a national championship. His 1-3-14 season. Wreck all that.
It goes to show you got to be able to. Everybody's got to be able to work together.
Yeah,
and they got a lot of chefs in that kitchen over there.
And Tom Brady's one of them.
there. You know, Mr. Davis. He's not the type of owner that is just chilling in the background.
No.
And then you had Pete, who was used to kind of working hand in hand, and then just hasn't quite gone that way.
Wouldn't fire his sons who produced, or one of his sons produced the worst offensive line in football this year.
I'm sure they might not be too
Did they look
far
at the
behind
Dolphin
the door.
offensive line before they made that claim?
Did you see the Raiders play this year? They were bad.
No, but he saw the Dolphins play.
I saw the Dolphins.
They were much better than the
Raiders.
Raiders.
They had a lot of leakage in that front line. By the way, Tua was heard from today for those and said a fresh start for him next year would be dope.
I can see him being
there. You go, Tua.
He's over. Tua's over it at this point.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to. Well, we still got a big five later. We got the good, bad, and ugly later. Now we have Chris first of the fans, first of the new year.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
Real quick about football moves. The Giants have said they're going to keep their guy.
I just saw that.
Shane,
I just saw that.
And he's going to be a part of finding the new head coach. I don't understand.
This is not going to be part of finding the Dolphins' new GM.
It doesn't matter. It's probably good for the Dolphins at this point, having him as on the Giants. One less coach that they're going to get right out there.
I don't understand.
You know what? At this point, whatever happens to the Giants, they deserve all of it.
Did you see also the Matt Eberflus came out and took all the blame for the fact that the Cowboys' defense was bad? What did the Cowboys expect?
That's true. They traded away Micah Parsons.
No, but he can't coach. Don't we know this already? How many times do you have to hire these people who fail? Mike McCoy in Tennessee
once.
As a head coach too, by the way.
Badly.
Yeah, he failed badly.
Mike McCoy. I mean, these people just keep getting jobs. Come on, Skraby, you're on my side there. You hate when recycled people get opportunities.
I definitely do.
Okay.
I definitely do.
Okay.
Kevin Stefanski, his
Stefanski?
A lot of people are saying he's gonna be a head coach move. Which
I can't see it.
Two-time coach of the
I don't
year,
know what he
said?
has on these people, but they love him.
Please,
in the NFL.
Somebody explain it to me.
I don't get it either.
Stefanski.
I mean,
I had
for the rest of time,
I had it wrong.
Under his watch, and I'm not saying it's his fault. He saw Deshaun Watson come over there. It was like all world, and then like plummeted. Now his own issues probably had some more to do with that.
Baker Mayfield
then came in after.
No, it was before.
Excuse me, before got him to the playoffs one year, and then
Odell Beckham Jr.'s dad complained one day, and then they released.
This is the Skraby Chronicles.
That's
right
true,
here.
right?
I don't think it had.
His dad came out on Twitter and was like, "Oh well, if the quarterback was better."
I don't think it had anything to do with that. I think this was Kevin Stefanski or Stefanki.
He all right already. He got twice. He got to the playoffs in 6 years, and both times he was named Coach of the Year for doing it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, when you do take the Browns to the playoffs, it's pretty crazy.
I guess they feel it's about as good as you can do.
All right,
yeah.
All right, here we go to the game because we're going to go over.
Right.
The prize is you will be qualified for a chance to win the grand prize: 2 tickets to Sammy Hagar Dolby Live at Park MGM, 2-night stay at Park MGM Las Vegas, and a $100 gas card. Sammy Hagar returns to Las Vegas with his Best of All Worlds Las Vegas residency. Get ready to rock with your favorite hits from the Van Halen years. Sammy solo hits and more only in Las Vegas this March 11th through the 21st and September 18th through the 26th at Dolby Live at Park MGM. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The rules: you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it. You'll get that question for free today. I've done that much reading lately.
By the way, only 2 of the last 10 NFL coaches of the year still coach those teams.
Oh, so that's not
John
much
Harbaugh and Sean McVay. Everybody else, I mean, here's some guys, just a couple of lists for you. Jason Garrett was a coach of the year. Ron Rivera, Matt Nagy.
Oh, yeah.
Vrabel won it, but he's not with that team anymore. Brian Dable.
You mean
was
the
a coach of the year.
Vrabel that can't coach?
Yeah, that guy. I take it back. Kevin O'Connell is still with his team. He won last year, but
People
not
are
many.
Gone.
All right, who's our first
many.
contestant? 'Cause
All right,
we
go.
are definitely going.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
go to
way
Mike.
over.
Let's go to Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Mike, sorry to make you wait there, buddy.
Not a problem. I am a fourth-time player.
Fourth-time player.
That's big.
Here we go. First question. What does PPR stand for in fantasy football?
Points per reception.
Nice work.
Skraby, quick question.
Yeah.
What does CIH stand for in fantasy football?
Champ is here. We haven't even said that. We did it on the overtime video, which we'll post after the show.
I love the fact that he said that. That's how he came into the text chat,
He
too.
did.
Champ is here.
That rankled me. That rankled me.
like that.
When he said champ is here, I was like, no. I
I
kept
didn't
thinking,
say it. I put
Yeah.
CIH.
Yeah, I know.
I was, you know.
Here we go. Second
right.
question.
That was a good one, Chris.
Which MLB player is currently – oh, wow, this is a tough one. Which MLB player is currently in an active streak of most games played consecutively? Who is it?
NFL player?
MLB.
Oh, MLB player. Oh, boy.
Yeah, who is correct? This is like question number 3.
Is this a question number
A little
3?
late to say Steve Garvey, so I'll just go with Sonny.
Otani. Stay there.
That just means that everybody must have took a day off in like the last 3 weeks of the season if this is the only active streak.
This is the longest active streak.
Here we go.
I don't. I haven't
Chris
guessed
has to
yet.
go.
I think I'm going to get it wrong. I mean,
You're
I don't-
definitely going to get it wrong.
Okay.
Just saying.
Biff
we talked about
Pocoroba.
Biff what?
He's a former catcher for the Braves. Way back when.
I mean, what year was this?
In the 70s.
Okay.
The only Biff I know is
Pocoroba.
Biff Poggy.
No, it's not Biff.
We talk about this all the time.
The Matt Olson
of the
That's
Braves.
a tough question.
He's played 4 straight 162 game
Yes, he
seasons.
really? Good for him.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, you're still alive, Mike.
You know what's funny is this is how crazy my eyes were working right there. I was looking at the 17 of the answer above
Okay.
as the number of consecutive
Oh,
games.
so you didn't
That's
even
why
think it was
I
like
was
100
like,
games.
I was like, well, because everybody took a day off.
Okay,
before.
got it.
Now it makes more
Well,
sense.
I just want you guys to know that I did have the right team with Biff Pocoroba. He's a
You
Brave.
did.
He
You
was
did.
a Brave, yeah.
All right, question number 3.
I'm going to name my first kid Biff.
Biff, yeah, there you go.
2 NFL QBs are tied for the most wins as a rookie. Name them both.
In the history of football? you mean?
History of football.
Most games won as a quarterback their rookie season.
Correct.
Mike, this is looking real good for you. I don't see how I might get that. Anyway, Mike, what do you got?
Oh, there he is.
No, I'll just go with Joe Montana and Phillip Rivers.
Joe and
Montana,
Phillip.
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip added a few more.
Rookie year?
Rookie of
Stay there, Mike.
So I'm going for wins your rookie season.
Yes. Number of wins as a starting quarterback rookie year.
I think it's going to be recent because not very few quarterbacks ever won a lot as rookies back in the day. So I'm going to just guess 2 guys from recent vintage, Mahomes and Hurts.
We went real recent.
Yeah.
Hey! Here we go, Mike.
Mike, you're the winner.
Mike,
Stay there, Mike.
you lost your way to the championship.
Yeah,
there,
he
buddy.
kind of did. Skraby throwing some diabolical ones.
I had some time.
You
really did.
The answer is Dak Prescott and Ben Roethlisberger.
So it's pretty recent.
Yeah.
Nah, I never heard that was.
I thought
Really tough.
when I wrote the question, I
If
thought
I remember
this is one
correctly-
Chris is gonna no.
How many did they
Did
win?
Dak unseat? Who did Dak unseat?
They tie or no?
No,
they-
whose job did he take?
Tony
Was
Romo.
it Romo's,
Was
right?
It Romo?
I think it was because they didn't expect him to play as well as he did.
How
and then
many wins did they have?
13?
13. Wow. Okay.
Ben's team went pretty deep.
Well, that's another reason why it had to be recent, because back in the day, they didn't even play that many games.
That is true. And rookies didn't play till like their 4th year.
Not many of them.
Yeah. You weren't on a good team winning a game if you were a rookie most of the
Marino
time.
was in there the first year, but maybe won 10, not, 13.
All right.
Didn't have it. All right, Mike, you're the winner.
Let me go back.
Chris versus the fans. We got some traffic. We still got a big 5. We got good, bad, and ugly ahead. So don't go anywhere. Gwynn and Chris resumes.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting.
Jr., Chris Sello.
Oh, isn't this when we're going to announce the biggest fan?
Because we were initially
confuse people.
Initially, we were going to announce it then. If this was a regular Monday,
Producer using his first change of the year.
Yeah. He audibled.
Your first Omaha of 2026.
Quite frankly,
do we need to bring back the tally on the reads?
Well, I mean, if we're counting mistakes,
that's a mistake, and I came out and I said I made a mistake.
Just saying, Skrabe, calm down there, buddy.
No.
Of course, we are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Check it out. Skraby had a list of stories that we kind of didn't make our way through. We also needed to still talk about this college playoff. Of course, the new hubbub around this particular iteration of college football playoff is that the bye is no longer an advantage. You don't want to buy.
No, Ohio State only lost because they had a bye.
They had an extra
nothing
time
to
off.
do with Miami's defense.
Nothing at all.
The only thing I will give them for
what
this
are you going to give them, Skrabe?
is that college football has the longest break of all of the different
But they always had it. This is the
I
thing.
understand.
Everybody's saying like they never had it. It used to be November 18th or so. 20th was the last game. The Rose Bowl would be played on January 1st.
100%.
No one complained.
Fair enough.
Now all of a sudden it's a big issue.
I withdraw. This is all over sports. Greg McElroy, is that his name? Greg McElroy, who was doing the game?
Alabama.
He was talking about this like it was the first time anybody's ever talked about this before.
Again, his team got spanked.
Yeah.
They got smacked. And
Well, they didn't. They were the only ones that lost. They're the only team that's lost to a team that had a bye. Indiana was the only one.
It didn't really matter in that particular case. But I just think that we get so up in arms about these
so stupid
subjects that have been happening for decades.
Yeah, this has always been the way it's been in college football. You play the regular season. If you're a good team, you have a few weeks off before your bowl game, and or whatever. And look, Indiana didn't complain. They just went back. They got ready for the game. They came out and they whooped it. And everyone else has complained. So you get what you get.
It sounded just like the baseball playoffs the first 2 years.
Yeah,
and then last year we ain't hear a word about it because all the teams that had byes did well. So it's whatever.
The other reason I think we're seeing it in college though is because everybody wants to go to 16 teams. So there's no byes, and the 16 teams is going to solve the issue of keeping Notre Dame out this year. But it's not because the 17th team is going to be mad.
Forget the 17th team. Chris, how about this? There's going to be like a serious case of amnesia, and they will be saying something along the lines of, if you've done that well during the regular season, you should get a bye. How we'll be back at the
they'll
opposite.
be looking for the bye.
They'll be looking for it after next year. And by the way, no need to worry. 16 is coming. It is inevitable.
Why don't we just go to 64 now? Let every team in college football be in the playoff, and we'll go till March.
And the other thing that happened in the college realm is something that we were both afraid of happening, which was that these non-power conference teams that got into the playoffs,
they got whooped.
Will get boat race. And then
we
from
knew
there,
they would.
From there, the cries would start of, why are we even giving these people an opportunity? It should be more about the best that they're playing. And I tell you what.
Nick Saban is all into that. But you know why, Nick? Because you always coached one of the top teams.
Right.
And my SEC yearly rant, so much better football in the SEC than anywhere else. Not even close. It means more. Every one of their teams are ranked. We get it. 4-9 in bowl games. And two of those wins are over other SEC teams.
It sounded
so they're not that much better. Stop it.
I must say that conversation was also sparked a little bit too. No longer SEC being the most dominant conference in college football.
Even if they're better, they're not that much better. That's where I get tired of hearing.
Playing devil's advocate, what do you say though to those who's like, well, look what the two games that were produced from the two non-power conference teams.
Oh, those teams shouldn't be in there. I hate to say it. I want the Aztecs to have a chance to win the national championship too. I do. But I mean, it's a charade.
Yeah, you can't
really
show like that.
These teams are not good enough to play against these big teams. It's a whole different sport. By the way, the Aztecs bowl game was a sham, and it's nothing against
sham.
It wasn't the Aztecs playing. Those were kids wearing Aztec uniforms. There were 7 starters out on defense. They had a third-string quarterback, neither starting wide receiver. That wasn't the Aztecs. The bowl situation, it's not the Aztecs' fault. It's the whole system's fault. All those kids don't want to play because they don't want to get hurt. And now they're all in the portal. We've lost Trey White. We've lost Chambliss. We lost Deshaun Staley. Dale Sean Staley's already out.
Yeah.
We're not surprised, are we?
No. This
the Aztecs had a good defense.
This is
so
kind of
every
what
one of those
happens.
guys are going to go somewhere else. And not only that, I'm already hearing that Miles Byrd, who's having a rough season for the basketball team, and might not now be drafted again in the NBA, right? He was 2nd round last year. He came back so he could go higher, but his stock is probably going lower the way he's played. There's people just thinking that he might go somewhere else next year, college, before he goes to the NBA. It's just the whole system is so messed up right now. And until I don't know how they're going to get a hold of it, but they have to.
Yeah, for sure.
College sports, the worst it's ever been because of this. I feel.
They got it. Yeah, no, I think this it's the NIL, all of it is the Wild Wild West. And it was just, this is all part of the same kind of, storm with the Najee situation, allowing a pro to come back and play. It's all kind of connected. It all has different tentacles that go different direction, but it's all connected. And you just hope that at some point college sports
the Aztec Boise State basketball game the other night was one of the greatest games you've ever seen.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, it wasn't competed between college athletes necessarily. They're in college, but they're no longer student athletes. Those are pro players playing Saturday night. Aztecs, would they lead by 24?
Yes, they did.
That's the story of the Aztecs, though. They're good enough to lead by 24, and they're bad enough to blow that lead.
To give it up.
And they did. But they end up winning. So
I ran into John Schaefer coming up here. We were having that voice of the Aztecs. We're having that same conversation. They just get out, and they look terrific.
Yeah.
And then they just disappear for
this team has not found itself yet, but there's still time. We've seen Dutcher pull it out in the past.
All right, let's slide away, get to break. On the other side, Skraby's got his first Big Five of 2026. We'll see if it's a doozy. More Gwynn and Chris.
Gwynn and Chris on the
Yes, Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr., Skraby. Chronicles coming up at 6 o'clock. Pretty fired up about that, Scrape.
Yes, I
had a couple
definitely
weeks
am.
to work on the show.
Yeah.
We've got Big Five coming up. Wouldn't it be great? Get the year off to a rousing start, Skraby, by being on time for the Big Five?
Yes.
Yeah, well, anyway. Tony, what do you...
I knew that was going to happen. Traffic's not ready anyway.
Yeah, back to reality, baby.
Back to reality. We have a lot of fun on our podcast, by the way, today. We haven't promoted it much. We don't have I don't really know what to give you as a topic of discussion. You just got to watch it and tune in.
I almost died.
Skraby is going to put it up there, on our Chris YouTube thing
I made a
in an hour or
mistake.
so?
Usually when I start the video, I clap because then I can match it up for the voices and everything.
Okay.
But I did not clap today, so we're going to have to do it manually. I'm gonna have to.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna have to click forward, wait for someone to start saying something, and then move the audio over. See if
so
it's
you haven't
there.
posted it yet.
He
Is
got
what
some
you're
work.
saying.
He's got some work to do, is what he
I
said.
got some work to do, but yeah, we have a fun time.
I would say that you could call this particular. What are we calling it again? Overtime.
Yeah.
You could call this particular overtime up in arms.
Up in arms.
But it's a classic.
Good.
Classic
Because
OT.
it's classic because
Yeah.
there was no script. Not that there ever is one, but
But this
sometimes
one
we
was
at least talk about.
especially- yeah.
This one just came off the top of the dome of Chris Ello.
Oh,
of
I know
all
how we
people.
started.
Yes.
The mandate by the bosses to
Yeah.
never eat in the studio
Don't tell him
again.
the mandate. Oh, you already
Oh,
did.
sorry.
Dang.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Well, basically, the bosses of the station came after me today, and Skraby agrees with them.
I think.
So-
Well, you'll hear my agreement.
The boss of the
Yes.
station came after
Yeah.
you today.
Hey, Chris, clean up your area.
The email did
Yeah.
not say that.
What was his name? Mike Prosser. 6 hours he said he was in here
Will you
cleaning
stop?
up.
Because you know what? He's the only line of defense we have sometimes when we need something fixed.
I like Mike. I've known him for a lot longer than you have. I can kid him and suggest that there's no way he was in here for 6 hours. No way. The studio's what is it, Tony? 5 yards by 7?
Chris, it was so disgusting in here.
Hey,
Not all because of my doing.
No, but the board itself.
But I don't even go
2
sit
hours
where
right
the
there.
board
I'm,
is.
I'm
We're
willing to
not
bet.
talking about you.
I'm willing to bet that the board was the dirtiest thing in this room.
Yes.
Not because of you, Scrape, but there's 4, maybe 5
Plus the
different
Padres
hands.
board ops during the year.
Everybody's hands is on those
There's
buttons.
at least 10 people that touch this board on a daily
I don't know
basis.
how you don't use latex while you're over there, honestly, man.
My hands sweat.
That's even more. You're adding to it.
No, when I put the gloves
Oh,
on, they
inside.
sweat.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the mandate has had a few of us up in arms. Pretty fun over time. If you guys get a chance to check it out.
Up in Arms is a great title. I'm going to put that.
Yeah. You
All right,
should.
you guys ready for the Big Five?
Let's
Yep.
do it.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Couple problems here. Eastbound 52 cleared up an accident near Genesee, but now another crash up ahead at Santo Road. It's in the center of Vide. And reports of a collision on northbound 67 at Willow Road. That's over to the right shoulder. New year, new goals. Start with your car at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. A fast oil change and essential maintenance checks help keep you moving into the new year. Check it off your list. Visit SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Ready when you are. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, before we get into it, all guests on 97.3 The Fan, join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Number 5.
Now, I got to say, guys, Phillip Rivers, for his 3-game return, he didn't win any games, but he didn't lose them any games either. He played decent for a 44-year-old who hadn't played professional football in 5 years. What do you guys think?
I thought he was great, and I loved it. Like, I actually was watching those games with much interest, more than I would normally have.
Tony, anything on Phillip Rivers?
I enjoyed him having personal success, but yeah, I don't know that he did all that well. They went 0-3. I know it wasn't his fault. I was happy to see him get through it, honestly. And I was quite surprised. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I wasn't surprised that his mind was still clear, but it was obvious that even though when he retired, he wasn't like the most. Even from there, it had deteriorated a little bit, and that was
of the 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL, like the last month of the season. Did he rank 25th?
I don't know where he ranked,
but he ranked above people. That's my thing.
Yeah, no, what he pulled off of coming off the couch is remarkable.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, he's better than guys that are there.
And I was pulling for him. I would have loved to see him get to a Super Bowl. I don't know how he would have done it based on the teams he would have had to play to get there.
It wouldn't have happened.
It definitely wouldn't have. But it would have been an amazing story. I was rooting for him for sure.
All right. Well, he retired again. Did you guys see this?
I did
he
see
retired
that.
again.
No, I missed that memo.
So he officially retired again, but now, after reconnecting with the NFL circles that he was in, several teams are now researching him, and he's expected to get at least one interview with the Giants and Titans being current vacancies for a head coach. Interest in Rivers as a coach surfaced last year, but he reportedly wasn't big on the idea back then. But he is now, and he also said he knows that he could coach in this league. So, Chris, do you think Phillip Rivers could step right in as head coach of an NFL team?
I don't know. What was he coaching his son's Pop Warner team?
His high school team.
Yeah. You know what? In this day and age, I'm going to say yes, just because he could surround himself. He'd certainly be a great motivator. I don't know that it would work with the younger people, though.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah,
I think that's his superpower. Right. Honestly,
yeah. He works with younger people.
That he can motivate younger people. Because the thing that I thought was awesome watching them in those last three is how dialed in like the offense seemed to be around him.
Yeah.
He took control.
He did. Like
at
this
the line
dude just walked off of a couch, got off the couch. I shouldn't say off the couch. He got off of a field as a coach and walked in there and had these dudes
and
like.
By the third quarter of the first game, some guy dropped the pass and he gave him a look like, that's Phillip.
Gotta have it.
He's back. Yeah. So,
I liked when he was chewing out the referee. I don't know if you guys saw that. He was not cursing while chewing out the referee. It was pretty spectacular.
You gosh darn official.
When they played the 49ers, he I feel like before every play, he made about 75 checks at the line.
He also went over to the 49er guy who picked 60
winners,
after the game and congratulated the guy for the pick six.
He did.
How about that?
I wasn't sure why he did that, but anyway. Phillip Rivers, Tony, you think he might be able to? Anyway.
No, I don't think he will be able to.
I didn't listen to your answer at all.
No, I didn't actually answer, but if the answer is do I think he can come back? As a coach, yes, for sure.
Number 4.
Myles Garrett set the sack record yesterday against the Bengals, and the Bengals were not happy with the celebration. Here is what head coach Zach Taylor said after the game to the media about stopping down during the game to celebrate the sack record.
There's 5 minutes left in our season. We're playing for our lives here, and I was never told that we're going to stop the game, and in a critical moment like that, and the refs just said that they made a decision that they were going to stop the game. And they said they tried to do it as quickly as possible. I didn't feel that. We didn't sub. We're trying to be on the ball and go and play with tempo. And the umpire just held the ball so that we couldn't do anything. And I'm yelling at Joe, get on the ball. We didn't sub. We're going. And we couldn't play. And so.
All right, you get the gist of that. He was upset that they stopped the game, messed up their flow. Jamar Chase, wide receiver for the Bengals. I'm starting to like him. Because he is just such a hater of everything. But here he is
grinchy,
talking about he's very grinchy, and I think that's why I like him.
There were some people who were upset. You seem to be one pointing down the field when the Browns were celebrating the sack that was during the middle of the game.
I never knew you could let the whole team get on your field. That's like That's like me catching my 10th pass and the whole team running on the field. We're gonna get flagged. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But congrats to him and everything. But they got to call a flag on that play.
It goes on for much longer than that.
I want you to keep these quotes from both guys.
Yeah, please.
Because the day that Jamar Chase breaks the all-time Bengal receiving
I'm
record,
so glad you said
and everybody
that.
runs out of the stands and they stop the game, I want
He
you to play
better
that
not.
clip.
He better just hey, get on the ball. Let's get
Look, we got
playing.
another play. Never mind.
Okay, so Tony, do they have a right to be irked?
No. If you
They should have told him before the
if
game.
you don't want to
right?
be irked, well, first of all, what did you expect to happen?
Yeah, he set the all-time record.
Watch what
They're
happened the
gonna
last time it got
recognize
broken.
it.
They're going to recognize it. You're not going to be able to hurry up your tempo offense.
Well, both guys
don't give up a sack like the previous 3 teams did, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. Instead,
Jamar Chase will be pointing to himself. When
if
he
not
breaks
Jamar
whatever
Chase,
record.
Joe Burrow's going to eventually break something. And they're going to need to stop the game. So,
And Zach Taylor, the coach, will be out there presenting them the ball
100%.
while the other team waits.
I get what he's saying. It's annoying. They
I
should
don't
have
get
told him
what they're
before the
saying.
game that there was going to be a stoppage. But to say that you're playing for your lives out there,
No. No good.
you've been eliminated from the playoffs there.
Yeah, you weren't playing for nothing but pride.
Maybe
at this
the
point.
7th stringer is playing for something, but you don't need everything to happen your way, Mr. Taylor. So you guys both answered. All right.
Number 3.
Charles Barkley has not been shy in the past to criticize Roger Goodell in the NFL. This year, he did it again, and people are actually saying that he's right. Here is Charles Barkley on Inside the NBA. Let me start that over. Inside the NBA.
You got 5 games. There's nobody else playing. And, the NFL got greedy and started adding Christmas game. We used to have this day to ourselves, but Roger Goodell, them pigs at the NFL always want to hog every day of the week now. They can't play us.
We all
laughing, the NBA.
Hey, dude, we all saw ESPN.
I saw those guys yesterday on ESPN talk about it, and they're right. Christmas is an NBA day. That is it.
Okay. I didn't think. Okay, thank you, Chris Kringle.
18th straight year. That's
because of basketball.
5 games.
Okay, so it just goes on a little bit, but Charles Barkley called the NFL greedy pigs. I personally agree with him because we did not need 3 Christmas Day football games. But Chris, is the phrase "greedy pigs" appropriate here?
I think so. Yeah, for Goodell.
Yeah, in the NFL.
I don't know what channel's the Packer Bears game on this playoff game Saturday, Scrape?
Prime Video.
Thank you. What channel were all the Christmas Day games on? Netflix. Thank you.
I forgot and couldn't find them.
What game was on Peacock and what game was on this channel? They are greedy pigs, and they don't need any more money. And they have now instituted something where you can bet. It's some gambling thing where you can get with a play. I don't know. I mean, it's just they've made so much money and they're always want more. Charles is 100% right.
He's
90% right.
Okay, I did
I'll
ask
give
you
him
on
90.
greedy pigs. Tony, is the phrase "greedy pigs" here the right phrase to use?
Is the what phrase? What?
Greedy pigs.
Yes, it's the absolute truth. And the funny thing is, we know it. We all know it.
Sure.
And it doesn't stop our behavior at all.
We're watching the game.
We keep filling their pockets right on up. It's just the way it is, man.
No, I'm getting, they're.
Yeah,
You're never going to get
I know
there.
you're getting there. When you get there,
Yeah, let us know.
holla at
I guess I'll have to quit my
He
job.
says this all the time. I'm getting there.
close.
So you've gone from your own 2-yard line out to the 6. You got a long way to go.
I just hate. I hate the fact that they just think the NFL is just unapologetic. Like, we're just going to schedule 3 games on Christmas. Granted, it was a Thursday.
Right.
But this is not going to stop them. I guarantee you they play a Tuesday Christmas Day game one day.
You would have the real behavior changing that honestly has to happen isn't buying tickets going to the game. The real behavior challenge is how we conduct ourselves when it comes to watching the sport. That's driving the big TV deals. That's driving the companies to do what they do.
And I was angry. I didn't remember it was on Netflix.
We don't move as a unit well enough to move the needle to get them to change their behavior.
You're right. But in that
It
case,
doesn't
Charles
mean that
Barkley was
it
fine.
doesn't mean that
They're not greedy
they're
pigs.
not greedy
They
pigs.
are
They
greedy
100% are
pigs.
greedy pigs.
Number 2.
The NFL Sorry, Oh, it's
You all
Cal
right there?
Ripken's
You all
wife.
right
I
there,
was like,
buddy?
why are they just randomly? No, they're just randomly showing a woman on TV.
You guys saw that on the camera. I'm sure you did. He got ready to read that question and looked up and was like, "Whoa!"
I didn't understand what was happening. I thought. Anyway,
You're funny.
It's the Cal Ripken Jr. breaks Lou Gehrig's record game. The NFL MVP has basically come down to two players this year: Drake May of the Patriots and Matthew Stafford of the Rams. May led the Patriots to a 14-3 record, threw for the fourth most yards and 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Matthew Stafford and the Rams went 12-5. He threw for the most yards in the NFL, the most touchdowns in the NFL with 46, and he had 8 interceptions. Tony, who is your MVP this year?
NFL, man. Which, were we talking like offensive, defensive?
I think they give I think they do
That's a
have
player
one.
of the
I'm talking about the NFL MVP.
Yeah, there is an offensive and defensive player of the year also.
I still think it's Matthew Stafford. I do. I know Drake May is going to get a lot of love. They didn't. I hate to give Skraby any points on this, but they did play one of the easiest, if not the easiest, schedule in the NFL. Matt Stafford certainly played in the toughest of the divisions that I think there is out there, with Seattle.
3 teams finished
San Francisco
with 12 or more wins.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets. And I just thought his body of work from start to finish was exceptional. I think it's Matthew Stafford.
Chris, who's
Stafford.
your MVP? Okay, Stafford it is.
Number 1.
Did you guys know Russell Wilson apparently was injured for most of this season? And he said, quote, where did it go? He said, I tore my hamstring on Friday in practice of week 2, the last play of practice. Had a grade 2 tear. I couldn't tell anybody. I had to go and play on it just because I knew the circumstance. I had to play on it no matter what. I ended up going to the Dallas Mavericks facility training and, kept it quiet, just trying to get treatment. I probably couldn't run from the goal line to the 10-yard line if I wanted to, but I feel like, I got to play this game. Which could get the Giants in a lot of trouble, that his injury was never released throughout the year. Anyway,
This is with who? This is with Denver?
This is with the
Sack?
Giants. No, this is Russell Wilson.
Oh, Russ. You said I'm thinking Russell Westbrook. You think saying Russell Westbrook?
Russell Westbrook, the Spurs. What team's he on these days? I don't even know where
He's
he is
on the
anymore.
Kings. He's on the Kings.
Russell
That's
Wilson
why I said
said
Sacramento. It's like
he's going to. He wants to play again next year. He wants to be in a place where he can have a starting opportunity. Chris, what team should he play for? And it's got to be the Dolphins, right?
Yeah, no.
No,
I think Russell's kind of had it.
What team?
I don't think he starts anywhere.
You don't think he starts anywhere?
I don't, not yet. No. I think Russell. I mean, I love the guy for what he did, but it was 4 or 5 years ago now. I've had enough on Russell.
All right, what do you think, Tony?
I know Tony likes him better than I do.
I like Russ, but I don't know that he has put himself in a position to get another job, even with the hamstring injury, right? I mean, was it Denver the year before this?
Yes.
Got out to a good start.
No, 2 years. Where did he play last year?
Where was he at last
Was
year?
he a Steeler
last year?
Yeah, he had one moment to beat the Commanders.
He just
at the end of the
hasn't
game.
been able to look the part. And I'm not even saying that he should look the part as he looked in Seattle. It's a different situation. But I hope he gets another shot. I just don't know where that's going to be.
Teams that need a quarterback: Arizona, Miami. That's about Jets. He could be a Jet.
Jets need everything, though.
Jets do need everything. Aaron Glenn going to survive the
Please
cuts.
don't go to the Jets. You already went from, you
We
went from
know-
a good organization where it was relatively quiet into the end for you, and then you went to a horrible one, and it got loud very fast.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
All right, we made it through, guys.
That was
First
it.
Big
That was
Five in the
number one.
books.
Numero uno.
Numero uno.
Pretty good, Scrape. All right.
Thanks.
There's a big five. We got an hour to go. In the final hour, we will have a good, bad, and ugly. Did you guys hear the trivia question? And if you did, then you'll know it right away. If not, you may not. But it was fun because they put it online. They had they interviewed all the NFL coaches, and they asked them the question: what current NFL coach had more career rushing yards than Bo Jackson?
I know it.
You know it, so
Yes.
don't give it away.
Mm.
So everybody thought, I'll let you think about it over the break.
This
if
was
you don't
on
know it.
my story. I put this
Okay.
on my Instagram story.
All right. So if you saw that, but if you don't know it, think about. I mean, for those who don't know it, think about it. We'll tell you in the
Head
thing.
coach?
And it was really funny what happened.
Head coach, current head coach.
Current head coach had more career rushing yards than Bo Jackson. Have fun with that. We'll come back with a happy hour on Gwynn and Chris.
ladies and gentlemen, to the happy hour.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot it was 5 o'clock. I was thinking it was.
It's
4.
already 5 o'clock.
We have moved through this 4-hour show pretty quickly. Into hour number 4.
Yeah.
Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matthew Skraby.
Skraby spent the whole, most of the segment break there trying to figure out the answer to our question.
He started the segment, the break in the segment thing, and then I think he forgot.
Then he forgot, and then we reminded him, and then he still hasn't come up with it, though. I wonder if everybody else was coming up with it.
Reset the question.
Okay, the reset the question was, what current NFL coach, active NFL coach, had more career rushing yards than did Bo Jackson? Now, the reason that this is a little tricky, I'm just going to tell everybody.
Don't give him any hints.
No hint. You want him to try to keep struggling with it? Current NFL coach.
You can eliminate almost half of them because
you can eliminate about 89% of them.
For real.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid is not right. He did not play in the NFL.
I don't think he's going to make the cut.
All right. I mean, I know Aaron Glenn was a defensive guy.
So it can't be him.
He's trying to go through every coach.
Mike McCoy, no. Dan Quinn, I don't think so.
The funny thing,
you know, I'm gonna go with
who?
Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur. I don't think he played in the NFL.
I don't think he did either.
No, that's not right.
You're gonna be mad when you hear it.
You're gonna be really mad when you hear it.
It's not Kyle Shanahan.
It's not Kyle Shanahan. It's not Mike McDaniel. It's not Sean McDermott.
It was
Jim Harbaugh?
It was Jim Harbaugh.
And the funny part about it was that John Harbaugh
was the one who got it.
Kept looking in the camera going, I have no idea. And they finally told him the answer. And it was his brother. And he was like,
no, I think he guessed it.
Oh, did he finally
get
guessed
it? He's like, right. He said, it's not John. It's not Jim, is it? And it was like, it's Jim. He said, it is.
He was
Jim.
shocked. Okay, yeah. Bo Jackson had 2,782. Jim Harbaugh, quarterback.
And then he proceeded to call his brother the most underrated quarterback.
2,787. Jim Harbaugh had more rushing yards than Bo Jackson.
Wow.
I was so mad that because I saw it. I was like, oh, this is cool. And I posted it. Right. And I was so mad I posted it because I was like, we got to use that as a.
We used it anyway. There we go. We used it anyway. I thought it was a fun trivia question. All right. Good, bad, and ugly at the bottom of the hour. By the way, the Jets, if you didn't hear their stat, I think it's worth saying twice. It's in the good, bad, and ugly. But the Jets yesterday, they put up a very funny graphic on one of those TV things last night, and it said it was a TV graphic of a quarterback, but it was a how to describe it? It wasn't it was a ghost looking thing. There was no actual quarterback in there, and it said, "Guess this quarterback." And they gave
silhouette. It was silhouette.
Thank you. Duh. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
It was a ghost type thing.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are going to get this old one day too.
It was a ghost type thing.
Yeah. So they put the silhouette up there and they said, figure out who's this quarterback. And it said his stats this year were however many yards passing, 4,000 some odd yards passing, 60% completion ration. And then at the bottom, it said he threw for 36 touchdowns and no interceptions. And you're looking at that going, what quarterback could have done that? 36-0. The answer was all the quarterbacks who played against the Jets this year.
Wow.
The Jets did not intercept a pass all year.
Yep. That's crazy.
That is unbelievable. It can't have ever happened before.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Like no tipped balls at all.
Not one time.
They couldn't even get a hand up.
Man.
Like you think even the worst defenses turn the ball over and get an interception.
They faced Tua twice. That should have helped.
You're right. They didn't.
Anyway, so good, bad, and ugly a little later. We started by talking some baseball. We didn't get into what we think the Padres still, if anything, need to do. Is there anything still kind of on your mind? I mean, the Michael King thing was big. We know that.
More starting pitching is on.
And Sung Mun Song could be big.
I think more starting pitching is on
still
the
more
mind.
Starting pitching.
Because listen, you lost Dylan Cease and you almost lost Michael King. You got one back.
Right.
You're gonna lose Darvish for the season. You still, I know you can make it work, but in a perfect world, You'd like to have another starter. Is what you'd like to have.
What do you got right now? You got Michael King. You got Nick Pivetta. You have Musgrove. You have Randy Vasquez, and you need a fifth.
Or whatever
There's
you got.
a
Sears.
There's a
David
good article
Morgan.
on
David Morgan.
David Schoenfield. We see the guy we don't like or do like on ESPN. We don't like Bradford Doolittle, or I don't. I don't want to put you guys in there.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Tony's the one who actually has to run into him at some point.
But Schoenfeld gave up a number, put a number for each team in the National League that is going to decide their season coming up. And the Padres number was 3.03. And that was the number because that was their bullpen ERA last year. And he asks, can they do that again? Can they do a little bit better? Can they still be as dominant? And I think he's right. The Padres, one thing we have focused on as fans and as people on the show is where they've lost this and where they're lacking. But the thing that makes the Padres great, I still think has a chance to make them great, Tony. I know Suarez is out, but Mason Miller has to at least make you feel as good. And the fact that Jason Adam is due back in healthy, I mean, look, there's no reason the bullpen can't be great again.
I don't worry about the bullpen.
I know, but I'm just saying it's so good that it's going to help them be in contention, I think, again.
I mean, listen, but I think the thing that most people are probably worried about, I mean, yes, you want to start pitching, but when you just go back to last season when you had that strong bullpen, they weren't having a problem giving up runs. I mean, they gave it what, 3 and 2 and 0 in the playoffs?
Oh, in
series?
the playoff game, yeah, or the playoff series.
I don't know that's the offense being able to have the output. That's what made the Padres dangerous in the 2024 season. Going into the playoffs was that they were putting up runs, and a lot of them. Even the 2 games that they beat the Dodgers, they put up runs on that board.
You have to be able to score.
You got to be able to score.
You're right, Tony. We talk about pitching and defense, but it's not that anymore.
You got to be able to score. You got to be able to score, and you got to be able to score in different ways. I think that's going to be the thing that we're looking at. Because when it go back to last year, at the end of the day, it wasn't because the pitching was poor. Pitching was pretty good. It was that they didn't score enough, and that was the worry. And they haven't been able to address really any of that because the main thing that they've addressed. Now, listen, hopefully Song can come in and have an impact a lot faster than Kim did when he came in, because that could certainly alleviate. If he can be on that type of time that Kim was on that last 2 years as a Padre.
And when they sign Arise and he hits 344, batting 7th,
I would be mad.
Skraby?
I know there'd be a lot of people upset with it, but not me.
Batting 7th?
You said you said we can sign him if he agrees to bat 7th.
If he's hitting 340, it don't matter where he hits.
Exactly.
It seems to matter to that guy over there.
How did I get put into the corner?
Because you group in with all the other
cronies
people
out
who
there.
got on my case last year. He can't bat lead off.
I don't think we're ever going to be on the same page about this whole thing, because all people were saying is we want him moved down the lineup.
I know, and that's what I'm saying.
Said.
That's what I just said.
Same
Everybody
page.
said you can't bat lead off.
I don't think it matters.
I don't think you can come back into the year with the same plan with Luis Ariz if you bring him back. You can't. You just can't.
I don't think you can.
3-time batting champ, and the year he didn't win it, he led the league in hits. He's not exactly an automatic out that people seem to think he is.
I agree. I never said he was an automatic out. I'm just saying last year, where he was batting, there was some stubbornness, I believe, in that front office.
You were reading analytics, and you weren't even researching it. You were just saying analytics say he's a bad hitter in this spot. And you went with
no, I
it.
didn't even say analytics. I was just saying my eye test tells me.
Oh, your good old eye test. You got great eyes.
Yeah.
I can tell. You know what? Did
You
he
know
get on
what it
base?
is? When it comes to judging baseball talent, am I going with Mike Schilt or you on the eye test? Guess I should have gone with you.
One of us is left in San Diego.
One of you is still employed at the big league level.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to bring it back. I really do. I just get this feeling that he's going to be brought back. There's been no rumors on Luis Ariz. No, any hey, the Diamondbacks are sniffing around.
I hope they
that.
do. I hope they do.
The Dodgers
By the way,
number-
we still don't have an extension
for AJ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh
too.
yeah. The Dodgers
Pretty soon we're
number
going to be in season, and it's going to be like, that question is just.
It's not going
quiet
away.
Now. It's quiet now.
It's not
Be
gonna go
August
away.
15th.
That question, if the longer it goes, it's going to become a hot topic. And I know, we might not ever see AJ once that happens. Like, he might just completely avoid everything.
So he doesn't have to
answer this question that really isn't up to him, ultimately.
He's just going to get a really souped up golf cart in spring training just so he can jump in and go.
Gas golf cart.
Can't catch him. I was trying to say the Dodgers number real quick is 30.7. That is their average age of their position players, the oldest group in the majors. Anybody worried about the Dodgers because of that?
Thing.
No, the oldest.
You should. Everybody worries
It's
about
something
age.
You can't keep doing it right forever. Freddie Freeman, 36. Muncy, 36. Betts, 33. Teoscar, 33.
They're getting up there.
So maybe, I don't know. That's
Freddie's 36. He's older than I thought he was.
Yeah, man. Freddie was like just coming in the league in my last couple of years. So he's up there. All right, let's get the break. We're going to Chris on the other side. Here's some traffic.
From the 855.
Chris, hello. Yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers' great shortstop, Jack Morris, in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. Only the second number 1 overall pick in the Major League Draft, Chipper Jones, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The other is Ken Griffey Jr. Vladimir Guerrero, never met a pitch he couldn't swing at, and powerhouse hitter for the Expos, and then, of course, the Angels at the end of his career. Jim Thome, over 600 home runs, mostly with the Cleveland Indians. And then, the guy down here on the end who used to get all these guys out all the time, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest Padre reliever of them all. Two of the greatest outfielders in the history of baseball. Of course, you've got Babe Ruth right here. Ted Williams right over there. I was wondering who the third outfielder would be. And then, of course, it hit me. Tony would be upset if I didn't say that the third outfielder, who will someday probably be displayed right here between these two guys, is obviously Mike Trout. And this is the San Diego Padres locker room here in Cooperstown. Obviously, a couple of jerseys there and hats, gloves, all-star stuff. I think the most interesting thing in this entire display, though, especially this weekend, is a picture in the top corner of Angus Young. He's the guitarist for AC/DC, wearing a Trevor Hoffman uniform, obviously playing Hell's Bells. I know that Trevor went to many AC/DC concerts and was honored by sitting in the front row to watch AC/DC play Hell's Bells in his honor. But there's a picture of Angus Young playing Hell's Bells for Trevor Hoffman wearing the 51 jersey right there. Crisello, yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers' great shortstop, Jack Morris, in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. Only the second #1 overall pick in the Major League Draft, Chipper Jones, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The other is Ken Griffey Jr. Vladimir Guerrero, never met a pitch he couldn't swing at, and powerhouse hitter for the Expos, and then, of course, the Angels at the end of his career. Jim Thome, over 600 home runs, mostly with the Cleveland Indians. And then, oh yeah, the guy down here on the end who used to get all these guys out all the time, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest Padre reliever of them all. Two of the greatest outfielders in the history of baseball. Of course, you've got Babe Ruth right here. Ted Williams right over there. I was wondering who the third outfielder would be. And then, of course, it hit me. Tony would be upset if I didn't say that the third outfielder, who will someday probably be displayed right here between these two guys, is
what time you say it was?
5:19.
Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan. All right, we got the biggest fan. We're going to announce that in 10, 15 minutes. We're also going to get through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Week 18 of the National Football League season. Highlights. And then, the rest of the week will go by. We'll start looking ahead to the playoffs and all of that good stuff. But, Tony,
yes,
had some more stuff on
let's get back to the baseball realm. And we talked a little bit about the salary cap, a little breakdown of that. Trevor May also kind of took some questions from his listeners. And one of the questions asked to him was, did he think that there would be a strike after the 2026 season? Here's his comments.
What's your realistic prediction for the 2027 CBA negotiations? What will the players demand? What will the owners demand? How long will we lose baseball? I don't know. The owners are engaging this. They're being proactive. They have something they want. Because of that, they are going to be the one that makes the first proposal, and we're not going to know how this is going to go until we see what that is. The only way games are probably, because the lockout, I'm very certain the lockout will be implemented. And the only way that games will be missed is if the players just don't give in before then. Because the teams will not break it. They will miss games if the players stay steady and try to defend. the ownership will outlast them because they're waiting till the season ends to do it, because the player's biggest leverage is the striking for like the World Series where they make tons of money, which is why it worked in 1994. They're waiting till that's over to then lock you out. So like next year, if they thought a lockout was coming, the players would have to strike right before the World Series. And no one wants to do that, especially if they made it, right? So like that's the interesting thing. So they're going to propose a salary cap, and it's going to be interesting to see how the players respond to that, because we can all agree that there are income inequalities amongst players that make team assembly harder in free agency. And I think everyone would be in a better position if that were easier. But do you know what that doesn't do? That doesn't raise franchise values. So who knows? Who knows if they'll even care about that? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I think this is a much more complicated issue than just a salary cap. And I think that's what he's getting at. And I think what he was kind of explaining is the nuances. I can tell you in 1994, it was the players that went on strike for that reason. That was their main leverage, right? Because the most money made, biggest chunks of money made is during the postseason.
By the owners.
By the owners.
Right.
Because at that point, players don't make any of that money.
Right.
It's I think they get shares,
Right. But they don't
depending
get
on how
locked
far
up.
they go. Right. And so I don't know, since 94, I don't know that the players have been willing to go that far. Which is why a lot of times it hasn't been the strike that has happened. It's been a lockout the last couple of times that
Which means the owners are the ones making the move,
right,
to stop play.
And Trevor May is basically saying he thinks that's how it's going to play out again, because he don't think the players will want to miss those World Series games, and therefore it'll put it on the owners to lock them out, which by everyone else's account seems like it's going to happen. Now, I think negotiations we'll start hearing, I would say, reports of a negotiation anywhere between April and June. You'll start
And when's the deadline?
trickling out.
The deadline is at the end of the year?
I think it's before. I'm not sure when the collective bargaining agreement, but it's before maybe January, maybe before the end of the year.
All I remember is last time we were just
We knew
waiting.
that their lockout was
Yes.
coming before we got to spring training last time, I believe.
Yes,
Right?
because we weren't even at spring training yet, and then everything got pushed back a couple weeks,
Right.
and then we went from there.
I understand that labor works the way it does, so I can't change it, but I can still whine about it. Can they please get together more than 3 days before the deadline and start talking?
Yeah, no,
Because
that's
so
a fair
annoying.
complaint. That's a fair
December
complaint.
When I'm like, I ain't talking to you. Well,
Yeah,
I ain't talking to you. And now it's 2 days before, and now that
All right, let's
we're
talk.
locking a room. You're gonna talk, so do it now.
December 1st of 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern.
All right, so we'll know before we even get to Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. Just get it over with. You're gonna do. I don't know. I'm a bad negotiator because I'd give in, but just talk at least. Ugh, you people.
Yeah,
You people.
They definitely need to talk.
So much money to go around. There just is.
Is Rob Manfred going to be leading the charge of greedy pigs?
You know what? Listen, I do think that based on what we know about the television thing, I don't see this being a long deal, because the real deal is in 28 when all of those TV rights come up, and the possibility. You're still hearing the same thing, that Rob Manfred wants to centralize it all. I can't wait to hear his idea to get the Dodgers.
And when Mr. Stein, they better knock Steinbrenner in the head before they get him to agree to it.
Have to beat him over the head like
Never
the
gonna
Flintstones.
happen.
It's their only shot. But listen, maybe he knows something that we don't know. But I just think that is where they'll want. It's hard to set things up the way that they're talking without the TV element. And they just did all these deals that get them at least to 2028. And so that, to me, signals that whatever they're going to debate about over here is not going to be as big as 2028.
They got a better chance if they could somehow convince Larry David to go beat George Steinbrenner again and then ask him to vote on revenue sharing the TV money.
Yeah, that's
not
gonna
going to happen.
That's gonna be an interesting fight.
That's going to be a bit of a hold up.
All the rich teams are going to be like, we don't want to give up our money. All you poor teams need to stay poor.
Is that what they're going to say?
They're going to be like, we don't want to give up our money. All of you guys stay poor.
Yeah, no, maybe.
Why are you putting a certain accent on that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Just came out that way. Are you concerned?
I just want to make sure.
Okay.
You had a method to your madness there.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Your guy Don Mattingly's back in the game, Tony. You like old Don?
I love Don, and he's in Philly, so I get to see him.
Bench coach, yeah. I like Don Mattingly too.
Although I was going through my schedule today, I'm gonna have to miss 2 of those games in Philly.
Are you really? You're that organized that you're like looking in August and stuff?
Let me tell you something, Chris.
Your wife is. I didn't know that you are.
I had to be after you get in. You get into enough, back and forth over your scheduling. Start looking at it a little bit earlier. And so I know my daughter's graduating on June 4th, so we're in Philly. So I'm gonna have to make a quick flight back home.
I don't know what I'm complaining about. I got a call from Adam Klug, who wanted to know my every step with Aztec basketball the rest of the season.
I'm not just saying this is you, but this is people in general. It's like, why are you asking me for my schedule? Or why aren't you asking me for my schedule? And then they do, and they're like, why are you asking me for my schedule? That's what
You're not saying it's Chris, though. That's that.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
I did it generally, so I didn't single out Chris. But the email about the eating in studio was not to Chris.
It was to me.
I read it as that.
I was meant to be for me. You just know it was. And my area is pristine over here, and it's going to remain that way. Anyway, if you want to hear crazy talk about what they're trying to control us, Skraby. The upper people in management are trying to control us.
There are rules.
You shouldn't like that.
There
of
are
all
rules.
people should not like being told what you can and can't do.
I don't
of
like
all
it.
People, I know you don't like that.
When they are going and they are not following a certain rule and telling me I don't like that, but there were rules. We were not supposed to eat in this thing. I remember the first day Tony came in, they had just got done telling all of us in the room, do not eat in this room. And Tony opens up like a 10-pound carne asada fry thing.
We're here for 4 hours during the day. We have to eat.
Yeah, get out of here.
We need some sustenance.
Yeah. Tony goes outside all the time and hangs out on his phone. I don't know what he does, but he could be eating.
You don't want him to fall asleep out there while he's eating, do you?
That is a problem.
It's definitely a possibility. There's definitely been times I've sat on that couch. Like, man, I could just close my eyes.
The studio's actually 3 yards away, but it might as well be a mile and a half to get back in here.
All right.
I'm glad that they sent the email.
I'm sure. As I said on our overtime, Skraby was so probably giddy when that email hit, where the rest of us kind of rolled our eyes like, whatever.
All right. Well, enjoy the. It's a classic edition of Gwynn and Chris overtime.
It's going to be up anytime between 6 and 7.
You'll hear how
keep moving the time back further and further.
Well, I just got it done, so it's loading to YouTube right now.
Eventually, it'll be up there. Skraby almost lost his life in Redding, California.
Yes. Well, according to Skraby over here.
No, my dog Lucky saved me.
You can find out why Sammy Levitt has wound up on my S list, and that's a rare thing.
I forgot we trashed him.
Yeah, we got that in there.
It wasn't a we.
We got a lot of stuff to discuss.
We trashed Sam
in the overtime. So look for that coming to a YouTube near you as Gwynn and Chris comes back with the good, the bad, and the ugly.
On the Fan.
Off and running
I
in
got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
Skraby, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
Cool.
You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
How did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged. And so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days later.
What did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation How did it go?
Well, like, why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my goodness.
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names.
No,
but I walked in, I got called into the office, and I sat down,
gosh.
and all my boss, I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew
said,
what time
"Did you
it was."
visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes. And,
oh my God! I'm so glad you're sitting in this seat now.
Yes, I'm so happy you're not doing any job that can be dangerous to people's futures.
This was in the first year that I was there. I learned my lesson thoroughly.
Chris, as I said, as soon as they walked in, there was like,
yeah,
that's our guy right there.
That's our window.
We're gonna take him down.
Yep.
Just lucky I didn't get caught for like. I can't even say. I'll tell you guys off break whose account I saw and how much money they had sitting in their checking account.
And this was how long ago, too, by the way?
2009, 10. Way before I became a good person.
Didn't Bank America end up getting in trouble? Or was that it was one of those banks got in trouble?
All of them get in trouble for selling information. But
I heard folks like you.
I wasn't selling any information. I was just wanting to see what was going on.
Curious.
I didn't check their account activity, which I could have. Been like, oh, they bought this here. I'm going to go up there. You know, I'm not that creepy.
Well, that's stock.
Oh, yeah, you're not that bad.
I'm not that creepy.
This is amazing, by the way. We're supposed to be doing.
How are we supposed to do baseball picks under these
I don't think we can
circumstances?
anymore. I think we gotta push it. You guys never did it? Well, I mean,
no, Skraby, we didn't. We didn't
Really? Okay. Like you work at a bank, you're looking at people's account information?
That's
unbelievable.
It only happened for a little bit, and then I got in
Only
trouble.
for a little bit.
I can't stop laughing at this because it is quite hilarious, Skraby.
But you were saying that I may have gotten robbed or whatever. I actually did get robbed when I worked in San Francisco, and they're called quick change artists.
How long did you work in the banking industry?
8 years. I was a teller supervisor when I finished. I was also the merchant teller, which took in around $150,000 in cash a day. Guess what? Always balanced at the end of the day.
Yeah, I bet.
But there was a guy who walked in. He had about $5,000 in hundreds, and he handed it to me. He said, "Can I get 50s for these?" And I said, you know, it's pretty annoying that he wants
$5,000 in
hundreds, and he wanted $5,000 in 50s. He just wanted 50s instead of hundreds. So I had to go get it from the vault. I come back. I'm starting to count it out, and then he's like starting to ask me questions as I'm counting it out.
He's trying to
what did
I tell you, Chris? This is what I'm talking about.
That window right there.
Hey, this guy was so good that no one saw it coming. But so when I started getting mad at him because I counted out the 50s, he goes, "What are you doing?" I asked for 20s. And I'm like, what? You did not ask for 20s. You asked for 50s, bro. Yeah. I had to go to the vault to get those 50s. And as I was getting all mad and talking to my boss, he took the cash off the counter and put it into this folder that he had on the thing that
the original 5,000 in hundreds.
Yeah, well, he kept going like that, and then I was so mad, I just grabbed it and I threw it in my drawer. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm out of here." And he walked out. And then at the end of the day, $3,000.
He got an extra 3 on you.
$3,000. Yeah, he got $3,000.
The thing about criminals like that, they can sniff out a mark really easy.
I'm not a mark.
You are 1,000%.
I was actually the bank's
dog. They got you for 3 extra.
And that's the only time in my 8 years that I ever had anything happen like that.
I'm sure there's people who've been there 8 years that never had 0 taken.
Scrape, I got a 20 here. Can I get 5 5s, please?
I hate you guys.
Let's get to
that was one of the worst moments of my life. But you know what? It taught me a lot. Never trust anyone ever again.
You know what? You definitely have learned because you don't trust very many people.
I don't trust anyone anymore.
You are.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, And
Skraby, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You
Would be better. You'd be better off admitting that you wear your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
Oh, how did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged, and so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days
What
later.
did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well,
why were you looking up Paris Hilton?
Back at it again. First time in a couple of weeks. 4-hour show on a Monday. Haven't done that in forever.
Next week we have a playoff game, so it'll be our last Monday Night Football.
And then the grind begins. That's basically spring training starts for me at that point.
When Monday Night Football ends?
Monday Night Football officially ends, spring training begins.
You have told us that you take the new year to transition yourself.
I'm
back into baseball.
I'm there.
You're there.
I have made so you got to do a few things before you get to spring training. Like, beginning of the year for me, I like to make sure I get all my doctor's checkups, teeth cleaning, all of that stuff, that you gotta knock out beginning of the year, kind of give you some peace of mind.
It's good
as you
that
go
you
through
clean
the year.
your everything, but when are you going to take care of your area in here?
My area is good in here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm joking. Wait till you guys hear the overtime.
I just posted a link in our Gwynn and Chris YouTube.
So I got knocked all that out. Told you, I might have said in the OT, I don't remember, but schedule, kind of getting that together. Although I said a couple of segments ago about daughter graduating, then she's going to go off to school. So I got to be able to maneuver to help her get settled down that way. But yeah, schedule is, I usually I leave for a week during spring training. Not doing that this year. It's already coming. I got my place situated.
Your place in Peoria.
See.
When do you have to go out there?
Can't wait too long.
I think the first games are February 20th.
Might even be the 17th.
It's crazy.
I think I'm good. I know senior night is February 13th here, so I'll probably leave the following day.
On Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is a Saturday.
Probably the day after that, on the 15th.
Valentine's Day is a Saturday this year. So,
yeah.
Oh.
Just so you know.
All right.
Wife's birthday's on a Thursday, Valentine's Day on a Saturday. Leave on a Sunday. Head on out to Peoria's sports complex.
We'll see you in November.
Yeah.
Basically.
Pretty
We
much.
see Tony for 3 days in spring training, and then that's about it.
We'll have to get that hall situated too with Mr. Kluger.
Oh, yes.
It'll be on you guys. When do you guys want to go?
Oh, he's
out?
already
He's already asked.
Oh,
me.
he already
got our
asked me.
dates. Oh, that's right. That's right. We did
early
get our
December.
dates.
Early December. He asked
Early
us.
what?
No, he asked us in early
Oh, I
December.
was going to say,
Yeah,
if you're going on early December, you,
Now
you
that's
guys
spring
were by
training
yourself.
dates for a while now.
Who wants to announce the biggest fan?
Chris, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
You can this is an easy one to pronounce.
It is.
So I
You
would
get the
choose
good
today.
one.
Yeah.
Yes. Where's it at?
GBU 535.
Oh, I'm looking at 435. All righty, then. Congratulations to today's biggest fan, Michael Slane of Carlsbad. Give us a call. 10 minutes. 833-288-0973. You'll qualify for our grand prize, 20 tickets for you and a friend for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padre game with all the fan staff later this season, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Remember to register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan. Michael Slane, you're on the clock.
Traffic, GBU.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danek.
Some problems in the North County. Crash has cleared on southbound 5 past Cannon, but northbound 5 at the 78, collision over the right shoulder, and collision on eastbound 78 for Woodland Parkway. Vehicle in the center divide, one over the right shoulder. Also westbound 78 just before Twin Oaks Valley, reports of some lumber in the slow lane. We have reports of a possible brush or encampment fire near the Nobel Drive on-ramp to South 805, and going to find some defective traffic signals causing a bit of confusion, Genesee Avenue off-ramp, southbound 163. And Kelly Danek with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, let's do it. Week 18, the good, the bad, the ugly. We'll start with the good. And look, there's a lot of great games in the NFL every year. They sure finished with a doozy, though, last night in Pittsburgh. Baltimore and the Steelers with the AFC North at stake. Lamar Jackson, 2 long bombs to Zay Flowers in the fourth quarter put the Ravens ahead, but each time old man Aaron Rodgers led the Steelers back. Came down to a beautiful catch by Isaiah Likely that looked like it was going to put the Ravens in the playoffs until
Loop is ready. Here's the snap, the spot, the kick is on the way. It is no good. He missed it. It's wide to the right, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have won the division. The Steelers are going to the playoffs. Tyler Loop missed it wide right, and the Steelers have won the game 26-24.
Any bets on whether or not Jason Tucker made that kick? Going back to the beginning of the season, the Ravens had to change Justin Tucker, had to change kickers. So
I don't think Justin Tucker would have made that kick. He would be too busy.
Oh, whatever.
Knock it off.
What a mind you have.
What a mind you have, sir.
The guy wasn't there because he did something bad or allegedly did something bad.
Despite all the protest of Jamar Chase and Zach Taylor.
He's just moving on.
Yes, I am. I put Cleveland in the good as they beat the Bengals 20-18. But probably the top individual achievement of the year, Myles Garrett getting sack number 23, an all-time record. And he did it with not a lot of help. I mean, they had 3 guys blocking him almost every play.
That's why we didn't hear from him for the last 3 games.
Right.
The other teams were like, he is not. I don't care if we lose the game. He's not getting. He's not getting a sack.
They didn't care, but he got one yesterday to set the mark.
Burrow shotgun. Burrow to throw. Here comes Miles. He got him! He got him! There it is! Myles Garrett. Sack number 23. The new single season sack king. And the Browns defense mobs their man at the Cincinnati 45-yard line.
Jamar Chase, get out the field. We got another play to run.
I agree with him.
Yeah, you
would.
I have always looked. Congrats all to Myles Garrett, but as a Deacon Jones guy who met Deacon Jones, I just can never give that record to anybody other than Deacon. But they didn't keep the stat when he was playing.
I think
he used to get 23 sacks probably every year.
Michael Strahan said it best. He said he is the 18 game, or is it 17 or 18?
Right. Myles Garrett's the 18 game leader.
He said, I'm the 16. He said, it's no different.
17 games.
17. Michael Strahan, 16.
Right.
Deacon
and then
Jones,
he said
14.
Whoever was 12 before him.
Deacon Jones is the all-time sorry to all of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my thinking on it. Finally, in the good. It's good for Tony and I.
I mean, it's deserved. It's deserved.
Seattle had to be in here after that performance on Saturday night.
It's deserved.
They beat y'all
stopping down on the 49ers. I've never seen a 49er team go to the fourth quarter with 100 yards and 5 first downs. That's pretty good defense.
Neither have I.
This was part of the Seahawks victory, and it was a Christian McCaffrey drop that led to the big pick.
13-3 Seahawks, 10.5 to go, fourth quarter. Niners have second down and goal at the 6-yard line of Seattle. 2 receivers left and 1 right. Shotgun snap Purdy. He looks right. He throws short. Caught by McCaffrey. No, he juggled it, and it's picked off. It's pulled away. Drake Thomas picks it off.
The color analyst can't even believe what just happened.
I
couldn't believe what happened either.
Nobody could believe it. McCaffrey, of all people, this is one of the great.
That ball, you guys know that ball was tipped.
It was behind him. It was tipped behind him.
Yeah,
You're right.
I mean, but that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
That changes the ball from being on point.
Yeah, you're
and
right,
McCaffrey
Tony.
not having to bend down over for
You're
it.
right,
Put
Tony.
him in his chest and getting in touchdown. That changed the whole play.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy stat of the whole thing. Sam Darnold becomes only the second quarterback in NFL history to lead back-to-back 14-win seasons.
Sam Darnold, huh?
He had 14 last year with the Vikings.
Put that in your trivia pipe right there, dog.
That goes in there. Into the bad we go, and it was the Falcons leading the way here. Despite a victory over the Saints 19-17, it would prove to be the finale for Coach Raheem Morris, along with GM Terry Fontenot. I don't even know if they made it off the field after this Falcons interception sealed the game.
Estimates the back. Shuck's going to throw. Quick shot. Intercepted. It's D.O.D.
D offered 40. Midfield, he's got Tyler Shuck to beat down the far sideline out of bounds. He got edged down, and Atlanta gets the pick they need.
Yeah, but that pick was missed mostly for the Panthers because they put Carolina in the playoffs.
Yeah, it did.
Took Tampa Bay out. 1917 Falcons. Houston and Indianapolis. Tony called this a long time ago, and he turned out to be correct on it.
They suffered some major injuries.
I don't know what
What
more
injuries
than everybody
Their
else.
quarterback.
I
tore his
mean, they were.
Achilles.
Let's be honest. They were already wavering with him before he
They
tore
were
his Achilles.
7-1. The Colts. They were the best team in football. They ended up 8-9.
Wow.
Kaimi Fairburn 6 field goals yesterday.
He's a fantasy stud, by the way.
He was. Houston wins at 38-30. And don't look now, the Texans won their last 9 in a row heading into the playoffs.
I don't see a team that's going to win a playoff game.
I don't either. I think this is
You
why
think they're going to lose.
Pittsburgh could very well slide right into the following round after beating the Texans.
It's in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah,
it'll be in
Pittsburgh. In Pittsburgh.
The Texans are an indoor team. They don't play as well outdoor.
Their defense is the thing that's going to
They looked
keep,
pretty good
keep them in the
outdoor at
game.
SoFi
for sure.
Stadium last Saturday.
That's not outdoor.
It's not, huh? Vegas in the bad
not
category. That's where they usually are. But the Chiefs in the bad category, yeah, they had to be after losing to the Raiders even, 14-12. The Chiefs, after 7 straight AFC title games and all of those Super Bowls, finished 6-11 this year. Hall of Fame bound tight end Travis Kelce, 3 for 12 yards. Probably goes out with that. But at least he finished the season, right, Patrick Mahomes? I got that get in there.
Got it in there.
Tough season for the Chiefs. Hey, look, man, they've had
Enjoy
all the glory.
it while it lasts.
Exactly.
Because next year they're going to have the NFL's number.
Well, I will say the Chiefs are going to have probably be back. The team I'm scared about at the moment next year, the Lions, because they get the last place schedule next year.
That's true.
And that's too good of a team to
So
have a
do the
last
Ravens.
place schedule.
Yeah.
No, I don't think the Ravens finished last. I'm talking about you got to finish last in your division.
The Lions finished last in their division.
They did. They tied with the Vikings, but the Vikings had the tiebreaker for third
The
place.
Vikings finished 9-8.
Yep. And
Kevin
so did the
O'Connell
Lions.
is the coach of the
Yeah,
year.
they did. Finishing up with the ugly, impossible to leave out the Jets here. 3-14 season. And this was also the final game. A lot of emotions for this game, not for me, but people around Buffalo. The last game ever at Highmark Stadium. It was Mitchell Trubisky leading the win for the Bills. Oh, those who cares final games of the season. Hey, Mitchell, what do you got?
Trubisky back to pass, looking right, now back to the left, back to the middle, and Gabe Davis just mossed the defender for a 2-yard touchdown reception.
Did
he
moss?
reached over it.
Moss.
Pulled the
Randy Moss.
Oh, Randy Moss. Okay, I didn't get that. So if he didn't reach over, then it might have been the first interception of the year for the Jets?
I guess so. I guess so.
The Jets finished the season with 0 interceptions. That's incredible. And they gave up 36 touchdown passes. Not a great ratio. 35-8 Buffalo.
Speaking, how about this stat for the Jets? Garrett Wilson was the Jets' leading receiver despite not catching a pass since October.
Wow.
That just shows you how good he is.
Tells you how rough it was for that team.
He needs to get out of there, but he just signed an extension.
How they win 3 games. Almost amazing. Also in the ugly category, even though they're the number 1 seed, the Broncos once again. This team is, maybe they'll go to the Super Bowl. They got 2 home playoff games. Maybe they'll get there, but they don't look like a Super Bowl team to me. I don't know about what you guys think. Yesterday they played against the Chargers' 4th stringers, basically.
Yeah.
And they didn't even score a touchdown.
Yeah.
They got a pick 6 and 4 field goals. I just don't know how this Bronco team survives it week after week, but they do. And Trey Lance was all about getting a big start here. Did you hear him?
Yes.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what I can do. And get a full game. Me again. Bring on the Broncos. I've been waiting. He let him do a field goal.
That's
well
a tough
done.
defense to go and
Too
try to
bad.
prove yourself against.
Show you. Hey, you had a chance to show something. He showed nothing.
I appreciate his outlook on things. But
Yeah, well, he's a rich man, but he's not going to be much
He's
of a
a rich
quarterback.
man.
I don't even know if he's made that much money.
1 million is a rich man in my
Okay,
mind.
all right.
Touche.
Finally, in the ugly category, I couldn't get out of the season without one more crack at the Dolphins, who, they're down 17-10. Quinn Ewers throws a pick in the end zone when they could have tied the game in the third quarter. And then once that happened, they just let go of the rope. And Ramondre Stevenson ran wild.
Yeah, he did. High formation, 1st and 10 give. Stevenson runs through the middle across the 25-20, 15-10, at the 5, spun around, taken into the end zone, still on his feet with a Patriots touchdown.
He had 3 touchdowns. The other guy had 2 touchdowns, and they probably would have had a lot more, but the clock finally ran out. New England 38, Miami 10. I don't know what people are looking at when they say and looks like Mike McDaniel will come back. I don't see why. But 7-10 for the Dolphins. Patriots into the postseason at pretty shocking, actually, 14-3. There we go. Good, bad, and ugly to wrap it up for the regular season.
That's a good start to the year with a good, bad, and ugly
That was
right
a good
there.
one.
Skraby be hating on the good, bad, and ugly all the time.
Well, I had to put it in on the 49ers didn't make it much this year because they didn't play. They played the last play schedule. I did look at this today, though, Skraby. The 49ers were 4-4 against playoff teams. So they 2 of those wins were on the road. They beat Seattle on the road.
So they were
beat the
mediocre
Rams
against
on
playoff
the road.
teams.
But you know what? To be fair, most teams are. I'm just looking at the Rams were 4-4.
I don't want to be fair. So
all right, I know.
They
The
were
Rams
just
were
mediocre.
4-4. The Eagles were 3-3. Bears were 3-2.
There's a winner.
Seahawks, as I mentioned,
They had the best record.
They were 6-2. Buffalo 3-3.
That's why they won the division, like we tried to
Right.
tell Skraby
Houston,
when he was popping
4-4.
off on the text.
Chargers 3-3. Most teams are pretty close again. You just hold your own against the good teams, whip up on the bad ones. You can go to the playoffs. There's some hot teams coming in, though.
Yeah,
Seattle's
there is.
won 7 in a row.
New England's hot.
Jacksonville's won 8 in a row.
Jacksonville.
And Houston's won 9 in a row.
Everybody's playing some good football.
You guys don't like
Niners
the
are
Texans,
hot.
huh? Surprised to hear that because
I like
them.
I like their quarterback. I've always liked their quarterback.
I like their defense. It's pretty good. I don't know that they played everybody yesterday, but
they got to prove it to me though.
They haven't proved it to you yet. They proved it to Josh Allen, I think, on that Thursday night
No.
game.
I'm talking about in the playoffs. They
In
gotta
the
prove it.
playoffs, you say. Well, they did tear up the Chargers pretty good last year in the playoffs.
And then got whooped.
Second game didn't go too well. I kind of like Houston. I like Jacksonville. Obviously, they're playing well. Now, neither of those 2 teams have ever been to the Super Bowl.
I don't like
so
either
that's
of those
something
2
fun.
teams.
You don't like either of them.
I like.
Tell me who you like in the AFC. Then
I like. They let the old man in the playoffs.
you like Pittsburgh. You're
do.
gonna let Aaron Rodgers?
I like the old man on that
Oh my
Pittsburgh.
God, Michael Valenzuela just.
No, he doesn't want this. He needs Tomlin gone, so he needs them to
I
lose
know.
ASAP.
I'm afraid to ask him how he feels about
Well,
Tomlin
this is a
winning
Tomlin
the
special.
division.
I'm just saying.
One and done.
Well, we'll
He
see.
got there again with like nobody.
I didn't
Nothing.
say that.
It got to count for something.
I mean, he has a Hall of Famer on his team, Aaron
All
Rodgers.
right. Not in the prime of his career.
I think Tomlin is a one and done. This is what he does. He gets teams to the playoffs. He can't get the
He's
teams.
also won a Super Bowl, so he's
I
not
like-
always a one.
Can we
and
stop
done.
referencing something that happened 25 years ago?
Who? All right, so you like Pittsburgh? Who else in the
Has Kyle
AFC?
Shanahan
Tony?
won anything yet?
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't.
He's actually lost a bunch.
Is he like 2 and done? Shanahan.
Oh, this
by-
they're one and done. I'm preparing for an exit.
Oh, you're a 1 and done 2
This
guy.
is the worst matchup in the playoffs.
You are such a fan. I love the faith you have.
Right.
This
On Saturday,
the worst fan ever.
On Saturday, he was, "We going to win, and we're going to be at home to the Super Bowl."
Because
Now,
I thought they
we have
matched up
no
well.
chance.
One and done.
One and done. Don't even go to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Don't get on the plane.
The last time they went there, Christian McCaffrey had to start warming up to play quarterback.
Hey, Josh Johnson, who played quarterback in that game,
He played
scored
well.
the winning
I know.
touchdown
I know.
yesterday
Yeah,
for
he did.
Washington.
All right, we got to go.
All right, Skraby's next. We'll see you tomorrow.